I've never really experienced jet lag. Or at least if I did, I didn't know it.
Yeah, I had it bad, too.
Oh, my God. I'm like, I'm walking around in a friggin' fog.
I'm in a frickin' fog. Jew fog.
Who put all this frickin' fog in here?
Who put all that frickin' Jew fog in here?
A frickin' jigaboo fog.
I had a whole week of Yucko the Clown doing his anti-Semitic, anti-black rants, and I can't get it out of my head.
He even got tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Yucko without the makeup. I did that a couple of times in Vegas.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
While Howard throws up, we continue talking.
Oh. No, I'm just so exhausted. In fact...
Could you even figure out what time it was?
No.
And when to go to sleep?
Last night I fell asleep at 8 o'clock. I woke up at midnight, and I've been up till like 4 in the morning. I fall back asleep, and then the alarm goes off.
Right.
Oh, my God. I'm just so out of it.
Takes 2 or 3 days. I don't know what Vegas did to us.
It messed me up.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah.
By the way, can I get a Jack and water on the rocks?
You're not drinking during the show today.
I'm sorry. All right.
You got to slow down.
I went from Jack and water to whole wheat toast.
Yeah.
Dry whole wheat toast.
Yes.
There was one point I was sitting in Club Paradise my last night in Vegas. And,
oh, God, you were there till the last.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I had to bring my girlfriend by there.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm at Club Paradise, and I'm sitting in a room, and Artie is the only other guy in the room, and he's sitting on the couch staring out.
Really?
He was not even aware that there were... I'm not even sure he was aware where he was.
He's just that drunk, huh?
I was very aware where I was.
Unbelievable.
You weren't even sure he remembered to breathe.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing, and he's standing there, I go, Jesus Christ, he's doing his best Belushi.
Now, you know, the kid Isaac from E has a picture of me that he took at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's one of those embarrassing pictures.
Oh, really?
I just look very out of it.
Yeah, with your eyes like half closed.
I had cigarettes and a drink in one hand. It's like I'm some sort of like AA juggler or something.
Well, you should have seen me looking at you in this club, and I go, he's not even near a girl.
Now, is this when he's supposed to have left and gone to do a movie?
Yeah, this is when he was supposed to be in L.A. shooting a movie. Let me see the picture of you. There's Artie. It's really disturbing. This is a picture of Artie that is so disturbing. What is it, Isaac?
I said he's got, in one hand, his only free hand, he's got cigarettes and a drink, and his eyes are looking in 2 different directions.
He can see 2 things at once on other sides of the room.
You gotta see this picture.
Let me see that.
That sums up the Las Vegas trip. Can you see it?
No, you gotta put it right at the window. Oh, my goodness. Artie.
Vegas. I'm like Dean and Jilly.
He's got all his vices.
Yeah. There's a guy. He had that Vegas face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fun trip.
Yeah, it was
I was telling somebody, I said, Artie's got the 3-day look.
I have a lump in my throat ever since I came back. I'm like walking around in a fog. And then finally I fall back asleep this morning. And the alarm goes off.
Right. As soon as you fall asleep, it's time to get up.
Then I started screaming and yelling that I'm the only one out of all my friends who has a real job and has to get up in the morning.
Right.
Right.
I went through my bitter, angry, I work and no one else does.
Why is this happening to me?
Yeah. Because it appears to me that nobody likes to work.
And nobody has to. They live perfectly good lives, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got really resentful. We're coming back on that private jet. There were 9 of us.
That was great.
And everyone's eating.
Wait a minute. How'd there get to be 9 people on?
Well, here's what happened. I ended up getting Ronnie and Joe on there because I felt bad that they were, going to fly back commercial. And Ralph wormed his way on.
Of course.
And then Richie wormed his way on.
Oh, dear. You've opened the floodgate.
Yeah, I opened the floodgate up. But I felt good. All the guys were on there. And we were playing cards, and they were serving seafood platters, filet mignon, and like some chicken and mushrooms, and unbelievable.
Oh, so they got rid of the Artie food and put real food.
They put real food on there.
The food was amazing.
It was amazing. Everyone's eating, and everyone turns to me and goes, hey, you know what? Thanks for working so hard. Because, and I went, Yeah, all you bums don't work.
You know, you should have had a parachute at that moment. You just punch out a window in the plane.
I got really angry when Richie Notar, who, you know, runs Nobu.
Well, he actually does work, doesn't he?
He was in Vegas all week, and he calls me up and goes, man, I'm exhausted. I'm really ready to get back. And I went, yeah, but you could have gone back the first day.
Right, exhausted from partying.
You're here because I don't even know what you're doing here.
And the thing that really irks me about them is they come there because you're there, right?
Yeah.
And then they show up the last hour of the show.
Yeah.
Because
they're
now it's
napping.
time to party.
Yeah.
They've slept right until it's time to party.
Oh, it was making me nuts. And then they go, come on, we got to go out. And I'm like, go out? I'm exhausted.
Yeah, they're well rested.
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing made me nuts.
You know, that's so funny that you say that, because I was telling my wife, you know, about everybody that was there, and she said, why was Ross there? And I said, well, I think Nelly Furtado was playing, but that was Friday night.
Right.
And she's like, why was Richie there? I go, well, I know there's a Nobu in the building, but he didn't need to be at that much.
Yeah, right.
You know, it was like trying to explain why everyone was there.
I think they were there to watch us hang out and drop my name a lot.
In fact, it was funny. I did an appearance for a movie on Friday. I did a screening, so there were questions, you know, from the audience.
Right.
And the people who won the chance to go to the screening were at our Thursday night show.
Yeah.
So they said, we really enjoyed it. It's really cool seeing the dynamic, but we don't understand, what does Ralph do?
Yeah, right.
We watched him and stuff, but he didn't move around or anything. And then at one point
he does nothing.
He goes, at one point he tried to get on the air and you waved him off, and then at one point he did get on the air and Howard told him to leave. But other than that, we didn't know what he did.
He didn't do anything. In fact, it's so weird that he was even there because...
he could have packed it. He could have sent a suitcase for you, right?
Yeah. I mean, he could just...
Well, he sounded like he really had something to do.
He packed a suitcase for me for clothes, and his job is to dress me for the television show.
Right.
So he came over and packed me, and then he said he's coming to Vegas. I said, well, what are you going to do in Vegas? And he said, well, I'll unpack you, and then I have to put the outfits together.
Now, was he paid to be there, or was he on his own dime?
No, he's paid.
So he didn't just show up and have fun. He was paid.
No, he's paid. In fact, I heard him he said he has to send a car to take me home. Where's my car?
Where's my car?
Yeah.
He came in mine and KC's car when we landed.
Oh,
he had your huge suitcase, so we almost couldn't fit.
My huge suitcase.
Or some huge suitcase. I mean, I don't know.
It's all his stuff.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I brought home all my stuff.
You had your own suitcase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I remember before we left, you said, well, why does Ralph need to go? And he called up and he said, I have a lot to do. I'll do creative stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what creative stuff he did, I guess, like going to strip clubs.
I saw him sitting against a bumper.
He was on the Cindy Crawford's husband party bus. I saw him there.
But I basically said, Ralph doesn't really need to be here, but I didn't want to ruin his good time. I wasn't going to squeal on him.
A couple of times he did tell you, no, you have to keep your shirt on in all that heat. That's what he did.
He helped me with that. He helped me by telling me to keep my shirt on.
Actually, he's got a great move that I just love. I can watch it all day.
He straightens my shirt.
Yeah, he goes and he pulls the corner of your shirt and just tugs at it.
Yeah. Well, it gives him something to do.
Like he's picking lint off.
But at least he shows up for the whole show. Those other guys show up only to party.
You know, Howard, you should be lucky because I have to tug my shirt myself. You have a guy to do it.
Yeah, I need that because I don't know how to tug my shirt.
Really, I got to do it all myself.
Because it really looks different on TV when my shirt is tugged.
He used to pull at your hair, but now Tony does that.
Yeah, he lost
Run his hands through your hair and, pull on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Tony I need there because he actually does something.
That I get.
Yeah, everybody understands Tony being there.
Yeah.
Nobody understands Ralph.
Tony was real cool to me on the trip. She not only filled in my hair, she, did it.
Yeah?
She
does
did a
great
hairdo.
job.
She actually did my hair, too.
Right.
But the thing about Tony is, you see her at the beginning of the show, and then you don't know she's there.
Right.
Ralph, you're aware of every moment that he's there.
Well, there were a couple of times where I said, can you leave? Could you get off the air? And he wouldn't leave. And I was like, get off the air. You're annoying everyone.
But the other thing is he plants himself right in front of you. Like Gary said, Tony goes off somewhere. You don't even know she's there until it's time to come and do something. Ralph's sitting right in front of you.
Well, the other weird thing with Ralph is in the middle of the last show, he goes, and I got Jimmy up there and Adam, and we have a whole big dais of people. And I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to figure out, how we're going to end the show, and how am I going to get everyone on a microphone. And in the middle of this, Ralph comes up to me and goes, I need to speak to you for a second. It's very important. I go, what is it? He goes, do you think if you guys do a final bet at the end of the show, can I sit in on the bet? So I said, Ralph, You see that I'm in the middle of a show? Who cares if you're in on a bet?
It's very important that Ralph be on.
I go, no, leave me alone.
You know, I don't know if that was before or after I told him no.
Oh, no, that's what he does. He tells you no. He goes to you. You tell him no, and then...
Because he came up to me and he asked me, he said, I'd like to get in on this bet. And I said, Ralph, do you see how many people up there? It's so confusing already.
Right. You know, that doesn't stop him.
I go, there's Greg Fitzsimmons and Jimmy and Adam.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And no one really cares. He wants to get in on the final bet. Go to the table and bet.
He could be betting all evening.
Yeah. No one would know.
You know, the thing about Ralph is, I got to tell you, I do find him funny on the air from time to time. Yeah. But he'll come on and do something really funny. And then stay for the news. Yeah. And the plugs. And, you know. Well,
whenever I have him in for something, this is why I have him in less and less. He'll then turn to me afterwards and go, do you think I could sit in the rest of the show? And then I'll go, well, you know, it's not necessary.
See, John and I have always said there's a lot to be said for knowing when to leave.
Yeah.
Like, I love, to me, the longer I stay in here, you know, the more chance that you're going to goof on me. Right. So I like come and do my thing and then just be gone.
Yeah. There's an art to that.
There is.
Yeah. But
Ralph hasn't found it yet.
I don't find you or John annoying. Ralph can get to me. Especially when I realize he's not doing anything. You know what I mean? You got to have a purpose.
But he is so funny because he's living the greatest life off of you. Yeah. He's telling me about this vacation he had in St. Thomas where he's at some villa and, you know, the food was great.
You're kidding.
And cruise ships pull up and, you know, he had such a great time and he's lying. I'm like, what? And I didn't say it to him, but I'm listening to this going, how does he afford that?
I know. I don't know how he does either.
It's usually the sibling of somebody rich.
Yeah.
You know, that's how he gets in.
And the thing is, when he's in this studio to visit, you don't even get the shirt tug.
In fact, you know what he told me? I never got into it with him. But he just told me, he goes, dude, man. And something about him being invited to Chelsea Clinton's Christmas party.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, you know, whoever I know from the show, he meets and then latches onto.
He networks.
So remember the kid from Bumblebee?
Yeah, the Bumblebee Tuna kid?
Yeah. The kid whose father owns Bumblebee Tuna?
Yeah.
Ralph somehow worked out getting his phone number and has been hanging around with him. And then one night, Ralph went to dinner with the kid, and Chelsea Clinton was part of the entourage.
Wow.
So Ralph's rapping to Chelsea Clinton, and she was digging Ralph, and she invited Ralph to come to one of the Clintons' Christmas parties.
Oh, my God.
So Ralph was going to be at one of Bill Clinton's parties at his house. And somehow he didn't end up going. But it was going to be like Ralph, and he would have been in with Clinton.
Just an intimate little party at the house.
Yeah, like Chelsea Clinton had no idea that Ralph was Ralph.
You know, it's amazing. He took you to the Bumblebee kid to the Clintons. That's an amazing leap.
He makes all those leaps dynamically.
He can do it. Yeah, he's really amazing. And I also noticed at the pool party, Ralph has a very good move. He makes sure, because I don't know, I mean, what kind of rap he has with girls.
Right.
But he makes sure to let them know he's associated with you in some way.
Oh, yeah.
His move is handcuffing himself to Howard. That's his move.
Okay.
It is true.
I know. He stays right by my side.
I'm over there talking to the chef. Playing football with Casey.
Right. But I noticed Ralph is sort of like a satellite of yours.
Well, at the pool party, I'm rapping to this chick in a red bikini who I thought was really attractive. And I said to all the guys, I go, man, this girl I'm talking to is like really attractive, you know, in the red bikini.
Uh-huh.
So 2 seconds later, Ralph is like sitting right next to me, rapping to the girl in the red bikini. And I was like, I don't care. I got a girlfriend. I'm not looking to hook up here. But it was really interesting to me that he took over that whole thing.
But there were 40 women there. That's
he's helping you out.
Yeah, he's going to help me out by sitting there with me and like now rapping to her to the point where she's not talking to me because he's just so busy taking it over and competing.
You know what the other interesting dynamic that he's managed to pull off now? You know, you've lost a lot of weight. You're in great shape. He cut his hair. Your hair's about the same length. We were at a restaurant the other night. A woman pulled me to the side and wanted to know if that was Howard's brother.
Oh, no. About 50 people came up and asked if that was my brother.
Oh, my God.
And I went, he now looks like me.
Right. Yeah, he even got rid of the blonde in his hair.
Yep.
He's really attempting to work that out.
He's becoming me.
I'm pretty sure Ralph let a few people believe he was your brother.
Wait a second. Didn't you see that movie, Single White Female?
Yeah.
It's
getting a little scary because about 20 people go, is this your brother? And at first I thought it was funny. I'd go, yeah, it's my brother, Ralph, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then I went, wait a second, I don't want to be known as my brother.
The glasses are the same shape.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. So anyway, after a few days, it's better I get away from all the guys. You know, the other guy who's real annoying, Dominic, showed up out in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I hear from people, he has this move where he goes into places and he starts yelling, do you know who I am? I'm Howard Stern's attorney.
Oh, no. He's doing that again?
Number one, he's not my attorney.
I thought you'd stopped him from doing that.
I thought I had, but evidently now he's still back at Howard Stern's attorney.
You know, I spent one night...
I've never hired him to do a thing.
Right. I spent one night with him. There is no rule in the world that can't be broken with enough money in Dominic's mind.
Right.
So the casino in the High Rollers area, $5,000 is the maximum bet. Right. That's the rule. It's a rule.
Right.
So Sam Simon bet $5,000, doubled down, which was a $10,000 bet because he doubled down.
Right.
Next bet...
Did Sam win that, by the way?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, yeah,
the next bet, Sam tried to put up 10 grand. And they told him, no, it's only 5 grand. Dominic goes, no. He starts pushing the woman away. No, he just bet 10 grand. That's all right. Go away. So the woman's like, no. You don't understand. It's 5 grand. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And then he tried to tip him. It was really weird. And they're like, no, this is the rule. And he didn't want to hear. He just tells people to go away. He waves them off. Yeah.
And he thinks if he waves them off.
Well, a lot of people respond to that. A lot of people get freaked out because Dominic acts like he knows.
Yeah. He's like, come on, stay awake, please.
And he's always commanding whatever area he's in.
Yeah.
He's the commander.
Yeah.
You know, Sam Simon's sitting there betting. He doesn't need Dominic, but now Dominic's running the whole thing.
Yeah, running it. He's helping Sam Simon lose his money quickly.
No, go away.
That was an amazing bet to watch, by the way. To watch a guy just put down 10 grand on one hand of blackjack.
Boy, Sam must have tons of money.
Yes, he does.
Hey,
how's it going?
This is Brian Phelan, everyone's favorite guy.
Yeah. A funny thing about Dominic and Sam Simon was the first night I got there Monday night, they were playing. Dominic had no idea who he was. Yeah. So I'm sitting in between him, and Dominic's $5,000.
And by the way, when Dominic doesn't know who you are, he hates you. He's like,
you know one.
Right.
Who is this guy? Get him away from me.
That's what he was doing.
Yeah, right.
Who is that guy? So I was like, that's Sam Simon. He created The Simpsons. He's like, does he have money? I was like, yeah. He goes, Sam Simon, $5,000. I back you up. He starts throwing $5,000.
That's his buddy.
Yeah. So I'm sitting between Sam Simon and Dominic with $5,000 bets on each side. I've got $5.
Yeah.
High roller.
And you know what's great about that, too? It's like the next day at the pool party, Dominic latches onto Sam Simon. Dominic sits at a table.
Now they're best friends?
At the pool party, completely away from the party, commenting on everyone, looking at everything. He's fully dressed because he's so fat he's afraid to be in a bathing suit.
He looked like he was going to Thanksgiving dinner in Vermont.
Yeah, he's fully dressed in a suit.
And it's under that big plastic thing?
And he's sitting there with Sam Simon, his new best buddy.
They were throwing $5,000 back and forth all night.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, yeah, I got your back. I got you covered. Back and forth. I was waiting for $1,000 to drop in front of me.
Never did, though. Never did.
You know the screwed up thing about Sam is I got a tip from my buddy about a college basketball game, and I wanted to bet it, and I told Sam about it at a craps table right before the second show. Yeah. I forgot to bet it.
Yeah.
And on the show, Sam must have bet 10 grand on it, and he comes up to me during the show and goes, Artie, I bet that NC State tip you gave me. I'm like, I forgot to bet it. I go, what's the score? He goes, I haven't checked it yet.
I know, he didn't even care.
We haven't checked it. It's halftime.
He's got 10 grand on it.
Meanwhile, they covered. I made him richer.
Oh, boy.
And I was on my 8th Jack and water.
And then the other great thing with Sam is he's got this incredibly cute girlfriend.
Yeah,
Jamie is
the blonde.
And she just hangs there, and every once in a while he looks back, his baby, not too much longer. We're going to leave here soon. Don't worry, baby.
Baby.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Baby, we're going to be back there to the big house.
We're going back to the Simpsons mansion.
Spend some Simpson money.
I heard he made about $30 million off the Simpsons.
I heard it was between $30 and $40 million.
I think that's conservative.
But that he doesn't get any more money from it because he sold his interest in it or something? Something dumb like that?
That I didn't hear.
Well, what's up with that?
Don't quote me on that. I just always hear weird things.
I mean, why would a guy do that?
He wouldn't. That's why I don't think it's true, but this is what I've heard.
Unless he was down on his luck or something.
There's 3 guys.
Gambling.
There's 3 guys who actually have credit for creating that show, and I think there was some dissension in between the 3 guys. That,
I'd love to hear that story one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get him in here again.
Right.
It's a cartoon. What would be the dissension?
The
Money,
cartoon.
Man.
The animated characters get along. It's the real people who can't have.
You know what the funny thing is? You always have to explain who Sam Simon is, because I say he created The Simpsons, and they go, I thought Matt Groening created The Simpsons. I go, well, he brought it to television. Sam brought it to television.
Is that what it is?
Well, the cartoonist created it. The guy used to draw it in The Village Voice.
Oh.
So he's the real creator of The Simpsons.
I see.
But Sam saw that cartoon in The Village Voice and brought it to television.
Oh. Wow.
So he created the TV show.
30 million later.
Was Sam involved with getting it on the Tracy Ullman show?
Exactly.
Right,
exactly.
Sam ran the Tracy Ullman show.
And
He decided to take the cartoon and say, hey, draw these, make these little bumps.
And didn't Sam develop the Drew Carey show, the one on air?
No. He just helps him direct it when he feels like it, when the mood hits him.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a creator of that.
He's a consultant.
He was the major writer of The Simpsons, though, in the beginning. I mean,
Is that right?
The head writer, yeah.
Oh.
Him, James Brooks, and that Groening guy are the three guys who have the created by credit.
Who knows?
I just know from watching the show.
I got to take a break, but we should. There's so much to talk about. So much to talk about.
Yeah, we have to wrap up Vegas.
And I know there's about 50 people on the phones. I'll get to your phone call. Just let me do this break, and then I'll take the phones right after these words. There's going to be so many great shows on E! this week out of the Vegas thing.
You know, I want to relive Vegas.
I hope people like the Vegas shows.
Love them. I heard from a lot of people over the weekend.
Yeah, I was in Ben's Deli, and a bunch of the guys behind the counter said it was great. But but it's funny. I was talking to my mother. She goes, "So, how did your trip go?" So I said, trip went great. She goes, yeah, you were happy with the shows?
Uh-oh.
I said, yeah, I was real happy with the shows. I mean, we really worked hard on them.
She wasn't happy with the show?
Well, I'm telling you what she said. She goes, yeah. I said, well, I said, what are you getting at? I'll play along. What are you getting at here? She goes, no, I don't know. She goes, I don't really like all this stuff with the girls. Too much with the girls.
Oh. She didn't like the dates?
Well, I said, well, we had, Queen for a day and $100,000. Then I find myself defending myself.
Right.
She goes, no, I said, listen, Ma, I got to go. But then I... She goes, I think those shows are more for the men.
Oh, she finally figured it out.
Yeah. I go, yeah, well, we're not doing a show for chicks. Yeah. Especially 80-year-old chicks.
We're not The View. Sorry, Mom, that your son isn't hosting The View.
Not quite the target audience.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go to John. Let's take a couple of your phone calls. I promised to get to that, and so much more. John, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. How's it going today?
Hi, John.
Hey, Robin.
Hi.
Hey, Howard. I was watching E! the other day, and I know you're not the greatest looking guy, but, man, you're starting to get older, and you're really getting hideous, bro.
Oh.
Jeez.
Well, I can't disagree with you.
That was me, sir.
The black glasses aren't even working anymore. You got to do something new.
Yeah, well, for a while, actually, E! changed my camera angle because Scott DePace somehow let it get away from him.
He swears nothing was done.
I know. Well, how come now I look better?
I don't know. He's just not showing you as much now.
Yeah. I told him, the older I get, just pull the camera back. He's got a camera now in the other room.
It should be in another state.
It's in another state.
You got to start thinking about, different, camera angles and shadows maybe for you.
Hey, by the way, I was watching Sex and the City. We went away, so I'm catching up on all my TV shows.
I haven't seen this episode.
And I know I'm right about this. My daughter figured it out.
No.
That Sarah Jessica Parker had a nose job.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, you check it out. I mean, her whole nose. In fact, the reason she cut her hair off is because she probably felt so good about her nose.
That hairdo is terrible.
I know, it's horrible. But
she looks like a dog.
I know, she had beautiful hair.
She looks like one of those Afghans, the funny dogs with all the
she used to have beautiful, beautiful hair.
Yeah.
And she looks horrible, but she did get a nose job. There's no funny angles on that nose anymore. It made me jealous.
Yeah, didn't you have a big schnoz as a kid?
Yeah.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
I was looking at Gary, too, man, not to bash on everybody, but he got that new haircut, and it's, really cut back far. His jaw hangs out more than I've ever seen before.
Well, Gary, you're right about me. I'm getting uglier.
Oh, stop.
But, no, I really am. The guy's right. I can't argue with him.
Stop it.
I have the same feelings. I look in the mirror and I go, I see things. But, all right, listen, what are you going to do? You get older, you get uglier. You're not going to get prettier. They say men age well, but I'm way past that.
So, all right, Howard, have a good day, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, take care, Robin.
Great.
Yeah, thanks for pointing out all my flaws.
Apparently that was Rob Lowe on the phone.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was watching Gary on the plane. We were coming back, and Gary just eats so much chocolate. We're on the plane. There was this basket sent to my room when we were in Vegas.
Yeah, I heard this.
So my girlfriend took all the chocolate out, because she loves chocolate. And she put all the chocolate in a big bag. She said, hey, maybe the guys will want it on the plane. So we're coming home, and Gary hit the bag of chocolate like there was no tomorrow.
With a vengeance.
With a vengeance. And I mean, was just eating it. Then we had a big chocolate fudge cake, and he started to eat that, and his lips and teeth and double chins. I was watching you struggle with that cake, and his mouth was around the cake, and he asked for a corner of the cake because it has more chocolate.
Corner?
You're really, and I was looking at you. You're getting really big.
Yeah, no, I'm getting bigger.
Yeah, what happened? I thought you had it under control.
I did, and then, Ralph said the same thing. Ralph said, like, what happened? I had it under control, but, it comes and it goes.
Yeah.
So now it starts the diet. The descend again.
So now you can't quit smoking because you have to lose weight.
No, you know what? I don't even care about that anymore. I got to quit. This trip was definitely the trip that I'd rather be fat and not smoking, I swear.
Yeah, well, I tell you, your smoking is out of control because there was a couple times during the show I said, where's Gary? And they go, he's smoking. And I went, well, tell him to smoke here. I need to talk to him.
I said that, too, to myself, but every time I saw Gary smoking, I had a cigarette with him.
Yeah, right.
Well, outside of Nobu. And
you were in no shape to quit smoking on that trip, Artie. I mean, really. But you got big again. You got heavy because I'm looking at you eating this cake and go, look at his head. It's 3 times the size of what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere near where I was, but I'm heavier than I was, say, like a year ago.
And Artie's huge.
Well, how could Artie be in control of anything the way he was eating?
I saw Artie on the plane in a T-shirt, your belly and everything, man. Your boobs were hanging way over your belt.
Well, that was just a T-shirt. The T-shirt's designed to
enhance that?
Yeah.
All right.
It clings to your boobs, your man boob.
But you know what? I had a bad week.
He did have a bad week. In fact, it was funny.
Yeah, he fell off the diet wagon.
We were taking the plane back, and he shaved and everything. We were like, wow, at least he rebounded. I mean, he looked presentable. And,
in fact, somebody said to me, when we were going home on Friday, apparently they had seen Artie the night before, after the show, wherever he went, and they said, something might have happened. I hope it didn't, but, Artie could have fell off the wagon, the cocaine wagon.
Yeah, but that was the speculation. That was the big speculation that you're back on coke.
That will never happen, I promise you.
Everyone said, how could Artie be such a drunk? Didn't he go to rehab? I go, yeah, but not for drinking, for coke.
Exactly, I got off the coke.
Well, Artie's now the guy. When Artie would go to the Circle Bar at the Hard Rock, it would be like, Artie, what are you drinking? And, he would wouldn't know, and then he'd blink, and there'd be 4 Jack and Coke at some point.
Yeah, and Artie's like an old guinea. He goes, salud. What is that you say?
Salud. Salud, Chindan, Broccoli Rob, Beach again.
Every time they were taking that shot at the end of the show, he'd say that.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah, look at you. Salud.
Salud, Chindan, Beach again. Shriadel.
Broccoli Rob.
Gafatun, Broccoli Rob.
Espresso. With his leather jacket.
Donuts.
You know why everyone thought Artie was back on coke? Because he was grinding his teeth all the time.
That's what it was at the table.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was nervous.
Everyone grinds their teeth when they're nervous.
Now, you know what? It was a good time.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see 60 Minutes last night by any chance?
No. In fact, I got to tell you something. Going away to Vegas, I'm in such a friggin' vacuum.
Right.
I mean, I have no idea what's going on.
I felt kind of bad. When I started reading the paper again, I said, how could we have been partying like that with all this going on?
Like, have you watched any of the Olympics? Do you care?
No.
I so don't care about the Olympics. The only part of the Olympics I'm aware of is that dude, R. Kelly, sang a song at the Olympics. And
he was probably there looking for girls.
Yeah, evidently, he only bangs really young chicks. And I guess 2 women have come forward and said that he was doing them when they were like 14.
Yeah, and did you realize he married Aaliyah when she was 15?
How do you get away with that? I'd like to read the story of that.
Where's Aaliyah's mother?
They said that it only, apparently she was, discovered at that age, and she was doing her first album, and he was producing it. And he married her while they were in the studio somewhere, and it only lasted as long as they could keep it a secret from her parents. And immediately after the parents found out, they annulled it, and they said just before she died, if you asked her a question about R. Kelly, she wouldn't even talk about him.
But wouldn't talk about him because she was pissed that she couldn't stay married to him, or that...
Probably because she never wanted to remember that segment of her life.
Oh, really?
But don't you think it's weird? It's one thing to be into little girls, which is gross and everything, but why would he want to marry one?
I know.
You know, like, I just...
Because don't you know they're going to get older?
Yeah, they can't stay 15.
Yeah, well, that was like Elvis would fall in love with Priscilla, but didn't he realize that she wasn't going to be 14 forever?
No, I guess guys don't realize that.
I really didn't think it through.
He's like Big Tom, big and dumb.
Yeah, Big Dumb with a raccoon penis. Yeah.
You know what I heard on the news channel? I heard that there's a sex tape going on.
There's 2 of them, supposedly.
That's right. He claims that they're not real.
But what are they, fake?
Yeah.
like a 16-year-old or something like that.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, well, the things they say he makes these girls do.
Yeah. You want to get down with R. Kelly?
The one girl said that, she was there with him, and the first time he had her in the studio, he wanted her to give him a hand
release.
Yeah. And then she said no, so he did it himself, but made her watch.
Oh, that's nice.
But I did that. That's fun.
So that's all I know about. That's all I know about the Olympics. That R. Kelly sang his song, and that now everyone's coming after to sue him.
Right.
For having sex with underage women.
But none of them are Olympians.
Yeah, I actually watched a lot of the Olympics this weekend. I taped the opening ceremony. It was Friday. I taped it before I left because it's always.
I don't even know where it is. What is it?
It's in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And it's not as big as the Summer Olympics. Like I said, it's like I think there's like 1,000 athletes there compared to like 11,000 for the Summer Olympics.
But I tuned in at one point. I'm watching the figure skaters at the pair figure skating, and the Americans are falling all over the place. I just tune out.
Yeah, if the Americans aren't winning, you don't want to watch it.
I don't want to see them fall.
Did we win anything yet?
Yeah, we won a gold medal in snowboarding, women's snowboarding. But the thing I was going to tell you, on 60 Minutes last night, they did a thing on obesity, kids' obesity in this country. Yeah. And it's so sad. You see, like an 11-year-old kid with huge breasts and a huge belly.
A guy.
Yeah, a guy.
I think the parents of these children should really be arrested.
So what do you think is a percentage of children in this country that are obese?
By the way, I like hearing this, and I like high percentages because I'm thin. And it makes me feel good.
There you go.
You're special.
Yeah, it makes me feel like, you know what, I'm under control.
Yeah. Well, Gary, if you're obese by the time you're 7, you have a 50% chance of being an obese adult. If you're obese as a teenager, your chances are like 80% that you'll never recover.
Dominic, at what age did you become obese? You must have been 1.
The caller calls in and says that you people are aging and not as attractive, and I'm aging and more attractive.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
Oh, it was so obvious that I was better looking than all of them.
Oh, jeez.
I could see it.
Dominic, how does it feel to go to a pool party and wear all of your clothing that you own?
Oh, it was cold out.
Yeah.
His idea of the summer is a light colored blazer.
Yeah. By the way, can you go around not saying that you're my lawyer?
Who did I say I was your lawyer?
All of Vegas kept reporting you walk into stores and you're like, do you know who I am? I'm Howard Stern's lawyer.
Right. Yeah,
I thought we put a stop to that. And you did it at Nobu. There's about 10 guys here who heard you doing it at Nobu.
That's typical of me. Right.
Stop it already. You've never been my lawyer. Are you my lawyer?
No, I'm not.
So why do you have to walk into a store telling everyone you're my lawyer?
It's enough that you're his friend. Can't you just say
be a
that?
friend and just say you're Howard Stern's friend.
Yeah, but that's not really very impressive, being your friend.
Yeah. Well, evidently you think it is. Because you drop my name everywhere you go. Why don't you just change your name to Howard Stern?
Isn't that my name?
Mm-hmm.
Howard Stern's friend.
Dominic's your lawyer and Ralph's your brother.
Yeah. How come you left Vegas so quick?
I had to go back to get a real job.
Yeah, thank God somebody works.
Yeah, I'm working. I took a midnight flight home. I was in a courtroom at 9 a.m.
I'm sure your client was thrilled that you were in Vegas.
He was so funny. He tells me the whole routine. Yeah, I'm going to take the red eye back. I'll take a couple of Ambien, and then when I get off the plane, I'll just go, whatever it's called, and then I'll just walk into court.
I'll be all groggy and dopey when I walk into court.
He actually gave some stuff to Artie that Artie was looking at, wasn't sure whether to take it or not.
Yeah, Dominic gave me some of the good stuff.
Klonopin?
What do you take, Dominic? Klonopin?
Artie, how did it work?
It worked great, but I didn't take it till I got home.
What did it do to you, Artie? Made you fat.
It makes you all chungad.
Really, what does it do?
It just gets you really, groggy and relaxed, and it helps you go to sleep really easy.
It helps you fly really well.
Yeah.
No fear.
Yeah, but
really good stuff, actually.
It helps you land really well, too.
So I'm sorry that I'm getting better looking and younger looking. It's tough for you guys, I understand.
Oh, please.
Yeah, we're all in envy of you.
At least I was in a bathing suit.
Jealousy.
And not only that, at the pool party, he like sits at a table far away and observes everyone.
Was Leslie there?
Yeah, Leslie was there.
Oh, of course. Are they twins now? Are they attached by an umbilical cord?
Yeah, you know, Dominic can't leave her side.
Why would he?
Yeah.
How does she look?
She looked great.
Yeah.
Was she in a bathing suit?
No, she's not allowed to be because then Dominic has this weird thing. He won't even let Leslie like wear like sexy outfits. It's like
That's not true.
New Year's Eve, he wouldn't let her take her jacket off.
That's not true.
Are you just running everything in her life?
Yeah, he's like Colonel Tom.
Micromanaging.
He goes, Leslie, keep your jacket up.
You know what's funny about her?
Someone told me you make her keep her jacket on because you don't like the way her arms look.
No.
Someone told me that.
That's not true. She's beautiful.
Leslie told me that.
Leslie
she goes, Dominic doesn't like my arms. I go, did you ever take a look at Dominic's arms? They look like they've atrophied.
Yeah, would you just tell
the only exercise they get is when they lift a fork to his mouth.
Wouldn't you just say drop dead if the girl, the girl said she didn't like your arms?
Yeah.
Say later.
Yeah, but Dominic is like...
But you know what? She's a pretty woman. But I got to tell you, when she stands next to Dominic, she just gets so much better looking.
I know.
Don't we all?
Her stock goes right up.
That's why I stand next to Dominic.
What did you just say?
Nothing. Dominic, that's why I like eating next to you, because, I look better.
Artie, what you did at the restaurant that night was not called eating.
Even Dominic was shocked.
Yeah.
You should have seen him on the plane home. Artie starts out.
Great spread. What did Artie do?
Let me just say before the plane ride home was the best time I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, we played cards and we ate.
Yeah.
Howard goes, Artie, come on, we're playing cards. And he goes, I can't come back right now. My filet mignon's on its way out.
Yeah.
You mean he would interrupt gambling to eat?
Yeah, he had a couple of fish platters.
Oh.
Then he had filet mignon, but I mean big piece of filet mignon.
That was great.
Then he had chicken with mushrooms and marsala sauce.
Right.
And carrots, steamed carrots.
Steamed carrots.
Then he joined me for a piece of cake.
A big piece of chocolate cake.
And I took some of Richie's cheese plate.
We had a weird thing on the way home, though. I guess they claimed they serviced the bathroom before we left, but I don't think they did. I think they had like week-old excrement and urine in there.
Ew.
And the whole plane reeked. Yeah, you couldn't even go back and pee because it stunk. But who cared? We ate and it didn't matter.
We were like kings.
Yeah.
That could have been the fart you left in there that Monday when we arrived.
Yeah, Robin smelled one of my farts. It was really foul.
Oh, my God.
At one point on that plane trip, I had a filet mignon in front of me. We're playing cards, like there's shrimp. It was great. It was like ancient Rome.
At the restaurant, you ate fried eggs.
Wait. No, back up. First he started with soup.
Yeah, I had
that's right. Bowl of tomato soup.
Tomato bisque.
Tomato bisque.
That coats the stomach.
Yeah, then he had a cheeseburger. Then he had steak and eggs.
French fries.
No, wait. Okay, French fries. Then he had a chocolate shake and a half a vanilla shake.
What?
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's a half a strawberry.
And then fried shrimp.
What kind of meal is that?
Actually, he ate French fries, then he had a full order of French fries.
Right. He had hamburger French fries and then a full order of French fries.
And you know that every day during the show, now this was after the show, right? But every day during the show, you had ordered some grilled chicken, a couple of grilled chicken breasts. And so Artie started ordering that. But then Artie would, because he's like, oh, healthy grilled chicken. Right. Then he'd eat a whole bowl of French fries.
Yeah.
And he drinks an amazing amount and smokes.
Yeah. So what's your point?
So I predict Artie the whole 60 pounds back by July 1st.
No. I already started. I'm back on the regimen.
Artie's got a really cool move, Howard.
Yeah.
What he does is about every 6 or 7 days, he'll go to the gym just to say he went. He'll go and he'll work out.
I didn't run into Artie in the gym.
But he has no regular schedule.
Right.
He goes enough just to say he goes.
Because he told me he walks on the treadmill.
I jog on a treadmill.
Yeah, they said he was doing 7.5-minute miles.
I can't.
Well, there's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Artie, can you really do a 7.5-minute mile?
No.
I do a 7.0, and it takes me
to
jog.
You run at 7.0?
Yeah.
That's an 8-minute, 20-second mile.
Right, that's what I do. And I do 3 miles when I go.
That's amazing.
Good.
That's real good. It's
great.
I'm an athlete.
Artie, I'll make a deal. My stepson, Brendan, will run a mile in half the time it takes you.
What does that mean?
I like the time
My stepson. He's putting up his stepson.
How about you? What do you think Dominic does a mile in?
What about you running a mile, Dominic?
What is your stepson entering?
So
Dominic's got a treadmill at his house, and he walks on it.
He walks by it.
Yeah. He eats on it. He uses it as a dining room table.
Actually, he hangs his suits on it.
Yeah. I swear to God, I saw the one that he has at Shelter Island has cobwebs on it. I swear to God. That's no joke. Yeah, Tom, what's up?
My favorite Dominic moment?
Go ahead.
I'm sitting there, the show's going on. Dominic and Leslie are sitting on that platform by one of the cameras, and I look over, and he starts tongue-kissing her.
Oh, my God.
And I'm telling you...
that Dominic's always making out with her.
You're so jealous.
No, I'm not at all. I look over and said, this is not a pretty picture. Leslie, by the way, do you want a breath mint?
Yeah, right.
She came right over and took a search from me.
Right. Oh.
I see you looking at Leslie. You're loving your eyes, Tom.
She's an attractive woman. She's a very attractive woman.
She's a lucky girl to have Dominic.
What she's doing with you is beyond me, but she's an attractive woman.
Yeah. It's like watching a T-Rex eat a tree.
I was going to say, are you sure he was kissing her, or was he trying to eat her?
Trying to eat her face.
Oh, I actually saw the tongues darting. I almost vomited.
Yeah, it's reptilian.
You know, it's almost like watching Gary the Retard get that kiss from
Yeah, I've seen him do that move, because I go to dinner with him and he starts making out.
Really?
That's a little far.
Why would Dominic do that?
And what it is, he's so fat, he can barely get his arm around her, and then he leans in with his giant head.
He's so hoping somebody's going to notice, and so lucky me.
Who is he trying to turn on with that action?
We'll see you Thursday's the day. Goodbye.
Valentine's Day, he's getting married.
Oh, I hung up on him. I wanted to ask him about that.
You're going? I haven't gotten an invitation.
I haven't gotten an invitation.
He'll just
see you Thursday.
He'll call you like that morning and see if you can come.
Yeah. Why plan the wedding?
Was it going to be at City Hall?
I think that's what he said.
Dominic runs a 60-minute mile.
I'm walking.
Now, he didn't get married yet, but he's getting married Valentine's Day, supposedly. That's what I heard.
Well, that first night we were in Vegas and we were all playing blackjack at that table in that private area they gave for us, Dominic made a huge announcement. We got married. Everybody goes, oh, and then he goes, nah, not yet.
Oh.
Who cares? And, speaking about being out of touch, you know what, let me take a break here. I can see that I'm running a little late. I'll take a break. I'll get back to your phone calls, and we have a lot to do. So we'll be back right after this. So you were telling me about 60 Minutes. So what percentage of children in America are
obese? And I think obesity is you're 20% heavier than what your weight should be.
Okay. So tell me it's as high as 30%.
It's close.
What is it?
25%.
That's a lot.
A quarter of the children in this country are obese.
Because you know what's weird about that? Kids, having three of my own, kids move around so much.
Yeah, they have incredible metabolism.
Yeah, you could feed them so much garbage, and they still stay thin because they just are constant balls of motion.
And they're growing. A whole bunch of things are going on that give them a real boost.
Yeah, but you were saying, like even now, the schools, the kids won't eat, do you remember when we went to school, they had regular cafeteria with lunch? Uh-huh. And it had to be like a balanced lunch. If they'd give you like a piece of cheese, and then they give you, let's say,
carrot sticks or something.
Carrot stick. And
right, there'd be some vegetables, there'd be everything.
And then some mystery meat. But then now the kids won't stay in school if you feed them that, because they're so spoiled that they're actually putting McDonald's and Burger King and stuff.
Oh, in the schools?
In the schools.
They showed those cafeteria ladies with the hairnets now work for Taco Bell in the school.
Yeah, they put Taco Bell right in the school.
Oh, my God. You get Taco Bell in school?
And you know how fattening that is.
Oh, man.
All that stuff, any of them.
Have you ever been to Taco Bell? I've only been there once, and I went for the first time with my kid.
Yeah.
They get one of those giant, almost like a cake squirter. Like
of cheese.
And it's just sour cream.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Just put it right in. Oh, it's so gross.
What about that whole thing you're talking about with soda?
Well, they're saying now that, in the 50s, if you went to like a car hop and you got a hamburger, an adult-sized soda was 8 ounces. Now the smallest kid soda is 14 ounces.
Wow.
But you can go as high as 64 ounces. And I saw a guy yesterday at the mobile station. He got the 64-ounce soda. He fills it with ice, right?
Uh-huh.
Then he fills it with soda, but he fills it up so much he can't get the lid on. So he starts sucking it to get it down. And then he got it down a little too much, so a little bit more ice, a little bit more soda.
First of all, 64 ounces of anything I couldn't drink.
Yeah, how do you carry that on your back?
I know.
Could you drink 64 ounces of water in one cup?
No.
64 ounces?
And plus the guy is struggling to make sure he gets the maximum amount of soda.
Right, I can't even get the top on.
Which is pure sugar. Which is like drinking a bowl of sugar.
They were saying in the report that everything now with the fast food things is targeted to kids. It's Supersize Your Meal, or McDonald's is the Mighty Kids Meal, which is not quite the kids meal, not quite the adult meal.
It's in between.
And even Wendy's has a triple cheeseburger. I saw it for the first time yesterday.
How often? Artie, you complain about that.
A Wendy's triple is just the single worst thing you could put in your body. I couldn't imagine.
And how many times are you going to?
And a Wendy's triple meal, you get a shake and fries with it.
Yeah.
Right.
How often do you take your kids for fast food?
I'd say like every other weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just about.
Oh, you're not bad, then.
No, I mean,
there are people who take their kids every day.
There are people who send their kids. Just say, here's some money and go.
That is different.
Well, you know what the key is? Does your wife cook, Gar?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
that's the key.
Your wife cooks?
Yeah, no, she cooks a lot. And she's really into, like, balanced meals. In fact, we're at the rough point right now where...
I don't think when I was married, I don't think anybody made any meals.
No,
ever.
No, my wife's a great cook. We're at the rough...
You know?
Ever.
Ever.
In 20-something years.
Yeah. I don't remember a meal.
I'll tell you, my wife's a great cook.
Yeah?
But we're at the rough point right now where I'm a really bad eater. We're at the rough point right now where the kids are starting to wonder why I'm the only one at the table not eating vegetables.
Oh,
right.
You're a
Well,
bad
why don't you eat
example.
vegetables?
Because I just don't. I just don't like them.
Well, eat them for the kids.
My kids are so well trained that my son actually says, he goes, I want my fruit so I can have dessert.
Right.
He actually knows to eat his fruit first.
What do you give him for dessert?
We won't let
Wendy's triple?
No, we don't let him eat candy or anything like that. Like after like 4 in the afternoon.
Right.
Then it keeps them all
Yeah, that's good.
So they can have like I don't know, like a cookie or even those yogurts are better than than anything. But it's all sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's got to be sugar.
You ever see a fruit roll-up? I don't know how they get to put the word fruit on it.
I don't know. And my kids ate those nonstop. I don't know how my kids weren't obese. They had free reign of the kitchen, tons of junk food.
Yeah, but those fruit roll-ups, that's disgusting.
There's no fruit in there.
I would say to my kids, don't you eat anything healthy? They go, fruit roll-ups. I go, all right, well, it's fruit. I guess. There's some element of fruit in there.
And everything's in a weird container now, like those juices in those little cartons.
Yep. I don't know how I didn't have obese children. We had the theory that, like, if, we never made a set meal time, we did everything wrong. We never had a set meal time because we felt like when we grew up, you had a set meal time. But this, like, why not just eat when you're hungry?
That's actually the right way to do it.
And then there are experts who say, you know what? Eat when you're eat when you're hungry.
Right.
So the kids were never hung up on food.
I used to see people arguing with their kids just to get them to sit down to eat when they weren't hungry.
Yeah. We never had family meals.
Actually,
of course, I'm divorced now.
Of course, it doesn't work out for you very
well. No, there's no happy ending there. I ate downstairs in the basement.
The kids are thin.
I had a bowl.
Actually, the big discussion my wife...
If they want to eat with me, they could come down and watch me talk on the phone.
But I'm just saying, the kids are thin at least.
Was that after you pressed the unlock on the door, that little button that unlocked the door?
Well, sometimes I was in conference.
Yeah, he'd press the button and go, who's there?
I was Dad of the Year.
But my wife and I have been having the discussion now whether she makes too much food because our kids actually can have seconds and thirds. And she said when she was growing up, you got what you got. There were no seconds and thirds.
Yeah, well. All I know is for years I ate like a prisoner in Alcatraz.
Well, you lived like that.
Yeah, I would grab my food in the kitchen, run downstairs, and bolt myself into the basement.
You were in solitary.
You should have just had that little thing that flips up under the door. The tray could have gone under it.
Or a dumbwaiter. Just let it down.
Yeah. I know.
Clank, clank, clank.
What were you doing on that was so goddamn important?
Hiding.
He was on the computer.
Doing anything.
You know what?
Diddling himself.
I was on the computer, diddling myself, or on the phone, or working.
I should have known something was wrong. One year, Freddie and I gave you for your birthday, years ago. It was a TV that had a handle on it that you could take from room to room. This is before you had the office. And I remember you thought it was like the greatest gift because when your wife's family would come over, you would just pick up the TV and go to another room.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be bothered.
It had a handle on it.
Yeah.
Roaming around the house like a nomad.
Well, it's weird. I made all this money, and like I lived in the basement of the house.
You lived in a vault.
Yeah. Like the whole house should have been mine, and the kids and everyone else should have lived in the basement.
Right. You were in the little
I was the one working.
Why didn't you make that suggestion?
I didn't make any suggestions.
He lost that war.
Yeah, I lost the war. There's nothing like, going for your visitation to the kids after you get off the plane from Vegas, and you look like you've just burned out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like...
Are you kidding? You had a visitation?
Well, of course.
Saturday night?
No, it's Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Of course.
Oh, my goodness. How'd you make it?
I was stumbling.
Hey, kid, Dad's here.
Hey. Hey. And do you know that Pink song? Here's $10.
Dad just rolled out of the party bus.
Hey. You know what? The shows must have been really popular.
Why?
Because I was out yesterday. I took the kids ice skating.
Yeah.
And everywhere I went, it didn't matter how old or young anybody was. They're like, dude, how are you still standing?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. You got to watch tonight on E! the first installment of the Las Vegas shows. Catch tonight's episode to see Yaki tickling porn star Jenna Jameson. If you want to see something that looks like we should have been arrested.
Oh, my goodness.
We got a big, giant red bed. Yaki's sitting on Jenna Jameson's face, and she's screaming at him, tied up, and he's over there trying to supervise the shackling.
I'll tell you, what you got to watch for, though?
Supervise the shackling if I can. Here in Las
Go ahead, Yaki. You go over and supervise the shackling.
Yes, Jenna doesn't look like she's shackled in well enough.
I have a new move. That was the worst when he said, I have a new technique. Yep. And he sat on her face.
You know what you got to watch for tonight? When she said he was gay, he looked like somebody hit him in the head with a 2x4.
Right.
He was shocked. Like he'd never heard it before.
Well, you know, I know a lot of people listen to the show because I came home to, like, an intervention.
Oh, really? Who intervened?
My mother, my sister, a couple of my friends were all in my apartment.
They were right to do it.
They're like, are you okay? Everything. My mother had, like, home-cooked meals. And
yeah, dude, your mom's got to talk to you. You won't want to miss a minute of the Vegas excitement airing all this week on E! How about Mindy Herman, the head of E!
Yes.
Disregarding all my comments about those horrible news lines that they put underneath.
It was so funny because she said, you were absolutely right. It was bothering the beginning of the show. Doesn't matter that it happens in the middle when things are really going to...
You don't really need it. No one needs to see the middle of the show.
And you left out that I forgot to bring up the worst headline they've ever run, which I believe was Harrison Ford still divorced.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, who's writing those? Who needed to know that during my show?
And even if he wasn't, who needs to know it?
It's so funny, too, because, you know, I knew Mindy Herman was going to be on, so I said, oh, this will be a perfect time to confront her about all the scribbling that they put underneath the E! thing and the fact that the whole screen distorts. So I wrote down on my pad, Mindy Herman, to remind myself that she's there. She's the head of E! Well, John Reiber, who's one of her henchmen, sees on my pad Mindy Herman.
Oh, he's looking over your shoulder?
Yeah, he runs over to Gary. What are you going to do to Mindy Herman? Don't, Mindy, blah, 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 blah. I said, listen, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. Mindy's the one who signs my contract.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask her about this. Oh, don't ask her about it. Blah, 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 blah. I said, listen, I'm asking her about it. Because now he's pressing me not to ask her about it. I said, listen, what is this, the Gestapo? I can't ask her why they run scrolls?
You can't speak to Mindy?
Yeah, so then I was totally spooked, but I just went ahead and did it anyway.
He just said, please don't embarrass her.
Yeah, I didn't embarrass her. I said, well, it's a bone of contention. How do you run these inane headlines?
They're the funniest.
Oh. Harrison Ford's still divorced. like, who cared?
That one was Britney Spears to fight illiteracy.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah. Britney Spears. Meanwhile, did you see the quote from Britney Spears in the newspaper the other day?
No.
Totally mangling the English language.
What'd she say?
Oh, I wish I had it. My memory is shot.
Yeah,
it was a funny quote. It was in yesterday's paper. If anybody...
Didn't see that.
Yeah. So anyway, there's so much more.
But there's always things like Kelly Grammer signs for another year of Frasier.
Right.
Great.
Who else is going to sign for another year of Frasier?
Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. There was a whole bunch of people who had food stories. I don't see them up here on the phone anymore. Yeah, all right, we'll just... Shuli, you're on the air.
Morning, Howard.
Hey. Shuli had a good time.
He was okay. He was happy. Dude, you guys rock. Let me tell you something. You guys are awesome. There's no better show, TV, radio, anywhere than you guys.
Trying to keep it real, that's all. In my final 4 years of radio broadcasting, just trying to keep it real. I have decided this is my final 4 years.
As Bertie Mac said, you're coming from the heart.
I'm coming from the heart for the next 4 years, baby. I'm letting it all hang out.
I forgot Keith Richards still alive in 58. Happy birthday. That was one of the E-scrolls they had.
Yeah. But I said to her, don't you see that the screen is all distorted? And she goes, no. And I said,
what I said? It's a funhouse mirror. It looks like a funhouse mirror.
Yeah, but do you think that Mindy's for real, that she doesn't see that?
She said she didn't say that she didn't see it. She said that they've tested every available way, and the way they're using is the one that distorts it the least.
I don't
hardly at all.
that.
Wait a second. I watch MSNBC, Fox News, all of them. They all go to the small screen sometimes.
Even the business channels.
Yeah, they put a border around it, and it's...
But nothing changes. The screen stays the same. That's the thing. It's like, it comes in, but it doesn't distort anything.
Yeah, the people don't look stretched.
Exactly.
I don't know, but for some reason it's like this big thing now that no one talks about it, no one mentions it. No one mentions the fact that there's distortion all over the screen and it looks unprofessional.
I was hoping you'd call me up there when she was on. I was going to read, because I write them all down for you, you know that. So I was going to read them all off to her, see what she thought.
Hey, read a few.
Well, you got Britney Spears fighting illiteracy. Animal House cited for significance by American Film Institute, cultural significance. Animal House.
This is news?
See, there's just no way anyone's ever going to retain that information.
Yeah. Let's see. They had some future e-scrolls they were doing before you guys went to Vegas. Like, for example, Artie Lang lost everything and is currently back in rehab hiding from butchers. I can't find the ones right now, but I did have a question to ask you about Vegas. I was going to ask you what you thought was the highlight of Vegas, you personally.
Well, I'll tell you what. One of the highlights is tonight's show where Yaki and Jenna Jameson were going at it. I thought
every time Yaki's on, it looks like a snuff film.
This one really does.
He scares me.
When I met him, I said, you know what? You're not that freaky in person as you are on TV.
Thank you, truly.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I elicit laughter from you? Yeah, you're not that creepy in person just before he starts tickling you.
I know. And then he looks at you and you're all freaked out all of a sudden.
Yeah. You know who I've decided is never, ever going away with us again?
Who?
On any of our field trips. And not that we take that many, but Stuttering John.
Why?
Because he embarrasses me and acts inappropriately, and really he is a representative of the show. And I know I've had this discussion with you before about when we used to go to Los Angeles and John would be smoking a joint by the pool at the Four Seasons, and I'd get really pissed.
I thought he was behaving himself.
Nah, he's just inappropriate. I don't even think he knows he's not behaving himself.
Oh, what did he do?
First of all, he's obnoxious. He sits down to play cards at a blackjack table, and you got to remember, a dealer is just somebody making a couple of bucks an hour who basically has a tough job.
Right.
People blowing smoke in their face, cursing them out when they get bad cards. Guys get drunk and just say inappropriate things.
That was Ross.
Yeah, I mean, they just say weird things to the, and all the women get sexist crap thrown at them.
Yep. I felt bad when Ross rolled into Vegas. I said, oh, a lot of people are going to get abused.
No.
He rolled in.
You know what? He lost control the first time we had this dealer. He lost control. She gave him a bad card, and he goes, "You effing bitch!" And then he immediately goes, "I'm sorry. I just lost control. And then he was good the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to deal blackjack, and I had a guy one time at my table, this black guy, and he lost like 4 hands in a row, and he looks right at me and he goes, "Are you Jewish?" And I look at him and I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "I could tell by that big ass nose of yours."
Really?
Man.
Oh, man.
See, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
So what did John do? He sits down to play cards.
That's what, he belches right in the dealer's face, and it smells.
Oh.
Like, who was there when it happened? Like 10 times. And the dealer even said, "Sir, could you please stop doing this in my face? It smells." And he just kept doing it anyway.
Well, Ralph said he said something to him, and Joe goes, "What are you talking about? I'm 4 feet away."
Yeah. I mean, he just doesn't get that, you know what?
A pig.
He's a pig. Then he goes over to, the High Rollers bathroom that we were using?
Right.
He makes it number 2 in the High Rollers bathroom.
Oh,
and let me say something. Our rooms are right upstairs. You can excuse yourself from the table to make a duty.
He's like an animal who has to scent every place he goes.
And it's just like, you know what? And then he goes into the High Rollers bathroom again, and he doesn't flush after he urinates.
That one I can attest to, because I followed him, and there was foam in the bowl. And I said, I came back and I go, "Dude, don't you flush?" And he goes, I don't flush after number 1. I go, "What are you, saving the ecology?" He goes, "I don't like to do it."
He doesn't like to flush. You conserve water. Conserve water in your house.
Where was there a sign in Vegas?
In every Vegas room it says, don't,
John, no one wants to follow you with your smelly urine.
This is a public bathroom.
No, urine. You really care? I mean,
yeah. I cared. What, to go into a bathroom and smell your urine?
And see your phone?
No, I mean, sometimes, almost all the time I would flush, but sometimes,
you don't flush because you have some sort of OCD, or you're just a lazy pig.
You couldn't get it done, huh?
And what was with the burping in the dealer's face over and over? You're so drunk you don't remember?
Howard, you're about 5 feet away from a deal. How can I burp in a deal's face?
Why are you burping anyway?
Why is she asking you to stop?
No. Obviously, I was drinking a lot of beer, so I was burping.
Ralph, you're on the air.
John, you were burping, and it smelled so bad. I mean, like, it was like his stomach was just, like, brewing, and it had, like, a tangy odor to it. I almost threw up when he burped. It was so disgusting.
Yeah, but Ralph,
and then I moved all the way over the other side by Ross, so I didn't have to smell it. And then the dealer goes at one point, and she goes, would you please stop? And she turns her head and makes a face, and you just felt so
hey, Ralph,
bad
but did I burp in her face?
What?
But John, obviously.
But John, you were right. You're right in her face.
No,
you can't help it.
Why do you argue about everything? Why don't you ever see yourself? I don't get you. That's what disturbs me about you.
Of course I burped. I mean, I'm not lying.
So you know what you do? You cover your mouth with your hand.
Or get up and go away if you're out of control.
You're just
you turn your head down, or turn around or something, but just don't like blow it out.
You're a pig.
And why do you?
Wait. You go into the say duty. When you go to the high rollers bathroom,
which we should have been in anyway.
Right. You were in the high rollers bathroom because of me, because of the Howard Stern name.
Okay, all right.
You understand that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You understand that you're not even supposed to be in the high roller area when you're playing for what you're playing for?
I was playing $100 hands, but
No. You're still not supposed to be in the high roller area. Do you know that you're not a high roller?
You can't do it in the bathroom.
I thought $100 hands were definitely high roller.
So that entitles you to belch in people's faces and move your bowels.
I didn't belch in anyone's face, and I moved my bowels.
So your room is right upstairs. Don't you feel a little awkward going into a high roller bathroom? It's one single room. You know someone's going to follow you in there. Look at you struggling to understand. I said make a duty. Why can't you follow me?
Sorry. I can't believe that you're going to scold me for doing number 2 in a
But, John, that's what's crazy. You don't even feel awkward about it.
I know.
It didn't even cross your mind not to do it.
It's a clean bathroom.
Hey,
I don't understand the problem.
Howard, this was not just like a drop in the pan, you know what I mean? This was like a real, I mean, you want to...
You're embarrassed?
Yeah, ask everyone who lives on my floor.
Howard, wouldn't you be embarrassed? Like somebody else was going to come in after you and smell how bad.
I would say, you know what, my room is right upstairs. I have to move my bowels. I'm going to go upstairs and do it.
I had a huge run. I was making like...
So what, John? What do you think? It's not going to be there when you get back?
Well,
your money's not going to be there?
Well, you shouldn't. I mean, the bathroom was right there. I mean, I can't.
And then what's with not flushing after you pee? I mean, seriously, you have the convenience of using the high roller bathroom. You should be going to the public bathroom.
No, honestly, let me ask you a question. When you use a urinal, do you always flush?
Of course.
Yeah. All right,
of course. And then what was that whole thing going on with Melrose Larry Green and you?
What was that?
Well, you turned him into your personal monkey.
No. Melrose, unfortunately, I'm the guy that he loves. So me and I do love him.
He loves anybody who'll talk to him.
No. But, okay, that's true. But, sometimes I have to get, he like grates on your nerves. So sometimes I'll say, okay, you just leave for like 20 minutes.
No, but you have him run errands for you. Did you give him your ATM card, your PIN number?
Sure.
Why would you do
this? John's sitting at the table, and he says to Melrose Larry Green, here's my ATM card and my PIN number. Go get me some cash.
I had just met Ross, Ralph, Gary, and I knew they didn't want to hang out with Melrose.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, Larry, could you go, and I'll send them an errand so I could just hang out without him for 20 minutes.
Did you ever consider that you're not supposed to give your PIN number to a mental patient?
Dude, he's an accountant, believe it or not.
He's an accountant?
He has 150.
So he really knows how to steal money.
But the guy stands on Melrose Avenue screaming out stuff.
No, I know, but I do trust him.
But you send him to get you drinks.
You know what? I don't want to give my parents my PIN number.
I really do trust the guy. I do.
This will be another time where a couple of, maybe Melrose won't do anything, but John is notorious for trusting people and then getting ripped off and then getting
The only guy I trusted where I got ripped was a guy that we employed, so it wasn't like...
None of us gave him money.
Yeah, but,
None of us
John, that whole incident that you're talking about, I was telling somebody on the plane about this. You told a guy to write his own checks, and you gave him the ability to sign his name. You gave the guy a credit card for your corporation that you never looked at with the activity on it.
I think we all trusted the guy.
But even me, let me tell you something.
I don't trust him to that degree.
If my brother...
He's dead.
I trusted him to move packages.
This was when I was doing this show, and I was doing Tony Tina's wedding. I had the album.
Why would you give a guy your ATM number like Melrose Larry Green? I mean, okay, Melrose might be honest. I don't know. I don't know anything about Melrose, and neither do you.
Well, I do know a lot about
What do you know about him? That he holds up signs on the street?
You want to hear how much I know about him?
Yeah, what do you know about him?
All right. Do you know that his parents are famous scientists that actually...
What do you know about him? Having your ATM
he's a Cornell
PIN number.
Brandeis graduate, has 150 clients as an accountant.
John Unabomber was very good.
According to Larry, do you know who was one of Larry's clients?
Why would you give anyone outside of your family your PIN number?
Please, don't even talk to me about John. This is one of the more stupid things he has ever done.
You know what?
Larry would never rob from me.
What is that, Rob?
You know what's weird, too, is, you know how John just said, like, you know, nobody wants Melrose around, but John needs him now and then? He lurks in a corner, like, and
that's the problem.
John beckons him.
No, see, that's the problem.
And it's real creepy.
Yeah, I know.
That's the problem. He always wants to be around me.
John's like the Joker.
You love
said he's
that,
he's like the comic book character, the Joker. And then he, like, employs the entire underworld. You know, he's got the Penguin and all the other guys working with him.
He now really believes that Larry loves him.
I love Larry. I do love the guy.
There's one other weird thing. There's one other weird thing that John does. He goes, give me a beer, right? So the waitress is going to get a beer. I swear, 9 seconds later, he goes, what are you going to do to get a beer around here? I was like, well, she's got to walk to the counter and get it and bring it back.
One waitress went off duty, and then they changed over, and it took like 10 minutes to get a beer.
Oh, wow.
Dude, don't belch in people's faces.
I didn't belch in anyone's face.
Some people are offended by that.
Ralph, did I belch in anyone's face?
John, everybody was in your face. You were you're a foot away from everybody there.
The dealer's right in your face. What are you talking about?
3 feet away, Howard.
Do you hear that,
how far
Ralph?
the dealer is.
There's a whole table in front.
You don't hear that what anyone's saying,
No,
do you?
Ralph,
you
did I belch? Ralph, did I belch in the dealer's face?
She asked you to stop.
But they belched in the face.
Stop belching.
If a dealer asks you to stop belching, stop.
Okay, but it wasn't belching in the face.
If you farted...
But John, you understand, you were burping, and this odor was coming out of you.
And you didn't cover your face.
I didn't know there was an odor.
But you didn't cover... even when you belch, say
But why do you think the dealer was asking you to stop?
I don't recall her asking me to stop.
She did once.
Really?
But say there's no odor. Say there's no odor, right? You belch. What's
Ralph,
the big deal?
I thought we had fun.
Why don't you cover your mouth when you do it?
We did.
You did have fun, but you know what? You represent me.
Yeah, and I was trying to do a very good job.
Well, you got to stay home from now on. You got to, dude. You got to.
Fine.
Yo, Howard, I was playing blackjack with
enough
John.
chances.
You know how the dealer takes the first card out and puts it aside when they start a new deck?
Yeah.
Well, apparently this dealer didn't do that, and John wouldn't let up on it. I mean, he said, look, I'm not an amateur. I know what I'm doing. I know you're supposed to take that card away.
That's not true.
And then he kept going for the rest of the night. He wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
No, that's
the
not
other
true.
thing I heard
But actually, let me ask you a question about this, Howard.
Wait a minute.
They have an automatic dealing, machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called a shuffling machine.
Yeah. At one point, so we're all doing really well. At one point, the shuffling machine breaks. So now they can't give us a card. So they close down for like 10 minutes as they're trying to fix it, right?
Okay.
Do you think they should ask us that, if we want to, keep the bet on the table, or just, let us win that hand? What do you think should be the appropriate move for them?
Why do you care what's appropriate?
Because he's
you know what the appropriate move is? Whatever they tell you.
That's right. It's their casino.
The appropriate move would have been to kick you out of the casino.
And in Atlantic City, a lot of times they'll just give you they'll say, all right, it's our fault, and they'll give you the hand. But this they didn't. It was like 15 minutes. They just let's let us hang there till all our luck ran out, right? Then after that, we all lost.
Well, they're not going to let you win that.
Yeah, Mark, you're on the air.
Yeah, just let them win that hand.
Howard.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah, Mark.
It's time to get rid of Stuttering John.
Oh, Mark, come on now.
You know what? Howard, you know what you got to do? He's like the Sharks. Remember you were talking about the Sharks, and you got to get rid of the Sharks?
Yeah.
Well, Stuttering John's a shark, and there's no need for him.
Well, he needs to stay home is what he needs to do. Hey, Ben is on the line. He has that Britney Spears quote. Thanks, Ralph.
All right.
Hey, you want to hear a funny Artie's eating story?
No.
All right.
Okay. Ben, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
How you doing, Howard? Okay, it's under the caption, Britney Spears, who wisely is thinking of furthering her education.
Go ahead. By the way, we only bring this up because Britney Spears is the one who's going to get rid of illiteracy. Go ahead.
Okay, here's her brilliant quote. My love for New Yorkers right now is indefinite.
Yeah.
She's not sure about it.
Yeah, it's indefinite. Now, what was she trying to say?
I don't know.
Infinite?
Infinite, yeah.
Likely.
Probably
you think
infinite.
it was infinite?
Yeah.
That's like no one.
I really think it was indefinite.
Indefinite.
Can she spell illiteracy? I would love to corner her and ask her.
No way.
think she's retired. Now her sister's singing, by the way. Britney Spears' sister.
You saw in that diary, her sister's trying to be her so bad. At one point, they're standing next to each other, and the sister looks a lot older. They look like twins.
Sounds like a new Frank Stallone is being born.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The other day, I also saw on DirecTV, they have these free concerts, and the Valentine's Day concert is the brother of a Backstreet Boy.
Yeah, Aaron Carter.
Yeah.
No, Robin, he's huge.
Really?
He's huge on his own.
He's a big deal, that kid.
Goodness.
And
but it reminds me of the New Kids on the Block and Marky Mark, you know?
Not only is there the brother from the Backstreet Boys and there's Aaron Carter, now the sister Leslie Carter. I was like, at what point does that mom stop?
They're all in, yeah.
Did Artie ever end up going to do that movie?
Yes, he did.
And how did he do?
Yeah.
He says he did fine.
You're talking to a professional. Yeah, I did, man. Actually, Ivan Reitman hooked me up big time. He was listening to the show in L.A., and he switched my flight for me to the next morning. And they made it real easy for me on the set.
And did you stay up all night?
No, I had a good half hour sleep.
Artie was at the blackjack table. I swear to you, Gary and I looked at each other. Artie was grinding his teeth like a guy who just did like 8 lines.
See, I didn't notice that. The guys, actually, Artie left. The guys pointed out. And they go, "I think Artie's in trouble." I was like, "I don't know. He's right to me."
Melrose Larry, you're on the air.
Howard, it was a great week.
Good.
It was great. The health club was great. Thank you for including me in everything, Howard.
It was so weird seeing, walking around the hotel when you're not doing the show, and then all of a sudden you run into Melrose.
And he seemed to have stayed in the gym an inordinate amount of time.
He stayed in the steam room. That's what he was doing in the gym. He was in the steam room, and every time you go in there, he'd be sitting in there cackling. It was just really disturbing. And he tries to be normal with you, and it's even more disturbing.
He can't.
He's like, "Oh, hey, Howard, hey, how's everything? Hey. And it's like,
You know what he was doing, Howard? He had this really weird move. I don't know. He just always seemed to know where one of us was, no matter what part of the hotel it was.
Yeah.
So I would go and have breakfast, and I would sit at the counter, the luncheonette, get my paper, and I would just want to be left alone, and all of a sudden he'd be behind me. Yeah. You need anything? Anything you need? I thought we bonded this week. We bonded the other night. Anything you need? I'm like, no, Larry, I appreciate it. If I need anything.
Well, he's trying to be funny.
No, but it would be like, if you left after that, it'd be cool.
Right.
But then he didn't. And then I'd be, halfway through my meal, and what do you need? What do you need?
You know what it was like? It was like a Star Trek convention, and we were surrounded.
You know what? I had no ability to humor Larry at all, so I went down to the rock spa that one day, and of course Larry pops out, and he's, "Robin, hello," and I said, "Oh, they told me you were stalking this place."
He gave me the report of everybody was in the gym. Robin was in for a massage, Gary was in for a workout, Artie did 20 minutes on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Artie was great on the treadmill.
There you go.
Great.
He had a weird move, though. He hung around the locker room, and he would talk to people and tell them how important he was to the show, and then as soon as they were interested, he would brush them off.
Yeah, Howard, Larry's parents were famous scientists. His siblings are famous scientists, and Larry's mom thought he was retarded. So Larry's mom would always goof on him. So it's a sad story. I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, good.
Was she wrong?
Good. You get sucked into his pity me, Melrose Larry Green.
But Howard works for John.
Howard, my father was director of laboratories at Brookdale Hospital for 40 years in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I told Larry? Larry, you know what I told him?
I.J. Greenblatt.
I said to the guy, I said, Larry, do me a favor. I said, don't let these guys suck you dry. I said, I don't know how much your mother left you, but don't take everybody out to dinners and treat everybody. I said, just don't worry, just take care of yourself. Because I looked at him, he kept inviting me to dinner. I was like, Larry, I appreciate the offer, but I don't want to take your money.
Can you imagine going to dinner with him?
I mean, the guy doesn't work. He's got this money, and that's great.
I work. What are you talking
You know who was
about?
one of his accounting clients, Howard? John Henson.
Yeah. John Henson, Andrew Dick, Andy Dick.
Andy Dick.
Oh, my God. Andrew Dice Clay.
Right.
All guys you'll never hear from again.
Yeah, accountant to the stars. All right, thanks, Melrose.
Hey, Howard, I just want to thank everybody.
Okay, thank you.
You know what?
Greatest week of my life.
If you were John Henson, right, because John Henson was a celebrity recently.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the show and you hear Larry on the show, why on earth would you hand over all your documents?
But if you see your accountant standing on a corner somewhere holding up signs.
Yeah.
John Borchers, Bruce Smirnoff, a lot of comedians I do.
Right.
Bruce Smirnoff.
Oh, boy. Paul, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing, man?
All right.
I wanted to bring up, you make fun of Dominic all the time. You're talking about how he wanted to bring his girlfriend to Vegas. Next thing you know, you're talking about, here's my girlfriend in Vegas.
I didn't make fun of Dominic for bringing his girlfriend. I made fun of Dominic.
He wanted to bring his girlfriend. You said, no, we're not bringing our girlfriends to Vegas.
I never said that. I said to him, he called me up, and you don't even know what you're talking about. He called me up on the air, and he goes, I'm only coming on your private jet to Vegas if I can bring my girlfriend. I said, first of all, I said, I'm not bringing my girlfriend, which, by the way, I didn't. She showed up at the end when I was done working.
She shows up wherever there's a camera.
Oh, you know what? That is so not true.
That's so not her.
That's wrong.
When's she going to be on the E! Show?
You know what? She had to be dragged onto the E! Show. I have to say,
yeah, and
then, so not her.
And she's not about that, but whatever.
You honestly think that she's not into you because you're Howard Stern?
I think she's into me because I'm Howard Stern. I think that's who I am. I'm Howard Stern.
That's who he is. He's not
that's who I am.
Trying to be Howard Stern.
But Dominic, it's gross?
That's gross.
Hey, I'm having a great time. That's your problem.
What is he saying is gross?
He's saying that I'm twice her age. Number one, I'm not twice her age. I'm almost twice her age. Secondly, I'm not. Listen,
so
if you find
she's
it
legal.
If you find it gross, then don't look.
She's legal. It's not like an R. Kelly situation.
Yeah, I'm not going out with a 15-year-old.
And besides, there's no hot chicks at 45.
Yeah, exactly. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, what was he supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do? Bro. What am I supposed to do? Fall in love with someone I'm not attracted to?
Come on.
Hey, can I win a prize?
No. I don't like you.
For that crap?
I heard you guys, you and your girlfriend went to see a show?
Yeah, we went to see,
How was that?
That was cool.
Really?
Yeah, why? What are you saying?
No, I didn't, I mean...
Why are you laughing at that?
No, I'm not. I mean, but is it good? Because a lot of those shows are schmaltzy.
No. This is Cirque du Soleil.
Well, yeah, it is schmaltzy, but it's kind of...
Schmaltzy in what way?
It's over the top, but I mean, it's at the Bellagio.
Is the whole show underwater or something?
Here's what it is. It's pretty weird. I couldn't figure out what it was. But it's a water show. It's called O. And they built this thing at the Bellagio that has a 2 million gallon tank, 2 million gallons of water. And you sit there, and they do, really, it's unbelievable physical stuff.
That's why I say it's not over the top. This is the limit of human or physical, the physical ability of the human body.
What's over the top is the set. I can't even describe it to you. I mean, it's such opulence.
But is it like a fish tank?
No, it's like a pool. Okay, so imagine you're sitting in the audience and on the floor there's a pool.
But you can see through it.
No.
No?
No.
You're looking into it.
It's a pool. And then they do like high diving and water acrobatics and it's almost like a bunch of Olympic events.
Right, because I saw in something I read that it's like synchronized swimming. I said, oh, they finally figured out a way for those people to make money.
It's pretty cool. And the funny part is watching the people in the audience, because everybody who goes is fat.
Can't move.
Can't move. And they're watching all these people, like, dance. And
at the peak of their physical ability.
Yeah, it's weird. And, like, there was one guy wearing suspenders. He looked like a Midwestern farmer who must have hit it with some money. The frigging guy, I mean, he just must have weighed 700 pounds, and he could barely fit into the chair, and he's getting up to get food and all this stuff. And I'm just watching. I said, everybody in Vegas is fat.
Yeah, because they're Americans.
Yeah, and then you're sitting and watching people who actually are in good physical shape.
Well, we went to see Mystere, which is the landlocked Cirque du Soleil out there at Treasure Island, and we all said, we need to go to the gym right now.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's amazing? So you didn't even see it, because at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, it's young people, so you don't see a lot of fat people. You go outside of that hotel, you go anywhere, Howard, and I'm telling you, everyone's huge.
Well, what I did was Friday night, since we didn't have the show, I figured I'd stay and have some nice, downtime, and I went to dinner at the Bellagio. They got a restaurant there called Picasso. You heard of this?
Yes.
They got 20 Picassos hanging on the wall. Real Picassos.
Real?
Yeah, real Picassos. Oh, my
God, I got to go there.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And then you're sitting there eating dinner, and there's a water show going on every 15 minutes.
In the restaurant?
Right outside by the window.
Okay, so that's like Treasure Island. They have a big show where a boat sinks and all that right outside.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, yeah, this was like pretty wild. And the food was amazingly good.
Isn't Vegas a great place?
Vegas is a great place.
Well, that's why, people who never go, like we get to the Hard Rock and we never leave because we're busy and we're working. But
you never left.
I know.
No, you went to Club Paradise. I'm talking about going to the other.
No, I went out to a whole bunch of restaurants. I got out. You sit in your room.
No. I sit in my room because Melrose Larry Green is down in the lobby. Yeah. And I don't want to go to Club Paradise after dinner.
Why not?
Okay, it's a big town.
It's a big town. You can go places. You go out to dinner.
I didn't want going to go, and then what? If I go to dinner with you, you're all going over to a strip club.
I heard you were defensive about this. Everyone was saying, hey, how come what's with Robin not leaving her room?
Everybody was saying, I don't feel the love. Why aren't you running around?
So
I feel like claustrophobic when I might walk out and...
Why do you get defensive about it? Just say, hey, I don't like to leave my room.
No, I do like to leave my room.
Where'd you go?
Well,
I went to Mystere, and I went to dinner when we were done.
Did you have a guy in your room or something? What was going on up there?
Who'd you do that with, Robin?
Tony and Ralph.
Yeah.
And I went to the Rock Spa one day.
Oh, just you and the girls.
Yeah. That's what Ralph said. It was our evening, the girls' night out.
You know, Vegas is a great place if you can avoid gambling. You
know, that's what I tried to explain to Artie. Artie was like walking around disheveled and drunk and bankrupt. And I said, you know, you can take some downtime. You go to a nice meal.
Right.
You could go see a show.
Yeah, leave that other stuff alone for a while.
Yeah, and even go to Club Parrot. Don't gamble every friggin' minute. Just relax a little. But you got the fever, dude.
Well, you know what? I've never spent a full week in Vegas. I've only gone for weekends, you know?
And what?
Right, a weekend you can do it, and then you hit the wall and you leave.
Okay, I'm an alcoholic, but he's got a problem.
Right.
I mean, he started drinking at like 4 o'clock and didn't stop till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but you don't see me in between when I'm at the treadmill.
Yeah, but he's drinking Jack Daniels. That's not
Jack
beer either.
water.
All right, listen. But
Howard, do you know?
He wants to go like Belushi.
Did you know where the sports book place was? Could you tell me where in the hotel that was?
No.
Him and Casey couldn't walk by it without making a bet. You know, like NC State is playing, you know, there were teams playing in Russia at 3 in the morning. It's all on television.
Really? I was unaware of that.
Because I have a system that I like to put a couple of sports bets in and have them going while you're playing the table so you have something to look forward to.
Let me ask you something. With all your systems, how much did you lose?
I was down about $3 grand.
I got to tell you.
I love the guys with the systems. They always
I felt so bad he lost $800 in the last hour of our last show.
On the air.
I know. Well, I dropped $1 grand in one bet.
Are you up or down?
I felt bad
after everything.
I guess it was down. Because I think I was even, actually, because I won $1 grand at the tables, and then I bet it on the show. So I guess I was even.
Did you gamble anymore after that?
No. I'm telling you, I had a nice time. My girlfriend showed up. We decided to... We ran over at the University of Las Vegas track. Then we came in and hung out a little bit. Then we went down by the pool. We had a great volleyball game on Friday.
Yeah. That's not what I heard.
What? In the pool?
I heard that you're very competitive.
Ross is competitive. I won both games.
They were saying that you were competitive.
Either it was great or what's the problem?
I was swimming in the Hard Rock pool because they heated the damn thing to like 95 degrees.
Yeah, everybody told me the water was hot.
They had a big volleyball net up. I got in there, started playing volleyball. 4 against 4 in the water. My team always won, and Ross couldn't deal with it.
So it wasn't a good time for Ross.
We needed a fourth on one of the teams. So Joe, the security guy, he said, get in the pool. He goes, I don't have a bathing suit. He strips down to his underpants. He's in the Hard Rock pool. The guy at the Hard Rock is yelling, hey, you got to put a bathing suit on. We're like, hey, get out of here. What's the difference?
Did somebody start yelling at one of the players? I heard somebody was like a player missed a shot.
Ross.
People were yelling at him.
Yeah, Ross was yelling at
you talk about
Seth.
That's what it was, yeah.
Being inappropriate at a blackjack table. Ross is crazy.
Well, he doesn't work for the show.
And also, you know what? As crazy as he gets, there's a certain level of amusement to him.
Yeah. You're not amusing, John.
Yeah, but Ross got so mad at the dealer that he left the table and went to a new table.
But you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, that's okay.
What's up?
Yeah, you were talking about Joe and his underwear. The funny thing was, they were white underpants, so you could see the guy's sack when he was serving and stuff like that.
Why were you looking?
You know what's funny, Casey? I didn't see his sack.
I was so funny. Come on.
I didn't see it.
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
I made comments about it.
I didn't see it.
What's hotter?
I swear to God I didn't.
What's hotter, Joe's sack or Dan Marino's ass?
Dan Marino's ass. Yeah, that's nice. No.
By the way, dude, I see why you go to the tanning booth. You are the whitest white man
I know, I'm white. And in wintertime, I get totally white. I'm like chalky. I get chalky. I don't know. I got a little Irish in me or something. I don't know.
I'm sure you had a lot of Irish in you.
So I...
Gonna have more.
So then I did that thing, and then Friday night I had a little... boy, I'll tell you, that show was nice at the Bellagio.
I've always wanted to get over to the Bellagio.
It's a nice hotel, and then I had dinner at the Picasso.
Yeah.
The guy goes, these are real Picassos. I said, man. Oh, then while I'm eating dinner, who comes over to the table? Paul Stanley from KISS.
Oh no.
That must have been
Was he in makeup?
Yeah, he should wear the makeup all the time.
Well, now they should, for sure.
Because a lot of people don't know who he is.
It's funny, because nowadays he actually looks like a Picasso.
Abstract.
But he goes to Vegas just to eat dinner, he said. He'll fly to Vegas.
So you think the Kiss guys have big bucks, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they do tons of merchandise.
I'll tell you what.
Eating dinner.
Paul Stanley. Well, Paul's not heavy.
No.
He's going to get
No, he ain't. Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are the two with the money because they own the Kiss name.
And the other guys just sort of what?
Well, there's Ace Frehley. And then
they don't own the name like Gene and Paul. And I think those two guys write the songs.
Yeah. Peter Criss has got to be broke.
All the money's in publishing. Those guys own all...
No, Peter Criss ain't broke, but he's...
I think he was broke. He was a guy that was, like, they found under a bridge.
Yeah, he had to start touring again.
You mean he was homeless?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right, I got to take a break. I know there's more people on the phone, and they have tons of questions. If you can hang in there, hang on the phone, and I'll get to you when I get back.
One thing I got to tell you. Wait a minute. Because when we get back, I got to show you this. You know who does have a gambling problem?
Who?
Spencer Christian, the former weatherman of Good Morning America.
Really?
He's had to declare bankruptcy. And part of the problem is he owes like $300,000 to casinos.
Really? Where'd you read that?
It's in both of the tabloids, the Star and the Inquirer.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, it's real embarrassing.
Now, how could a man so talented with so many gifts?
Right. That's what I always ask myself.
All right, well, who even knew he had $300,000?
Yeah, I mean, good Lord.
He doesn't anymore.
Doesn't now.
Is he still the weather guy for Good Morning?
No, they fired him a couple of years ago. And he had to get a job out in San Francisco at some local station. So I guess he just gambles all the time. Just runs off to Vegas every weekend. And owes a bunch of money to casinos.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
So I'm more interested in that than the Olympics. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Howard Stern Show.
Howard Stern is not known for his subtlety.
I ain't sitting through this. So a couple of updates. I mean, if you tune in E this week, you'll see all of our Vegas hijinks, and there's some really interesting things to watch, like Tonight Show when Yankee tickles porn star Jenna Jameson, and he shackles her to a bed. You really do not want to miss this tonight. And you don't want to miss a minute of the shows this week. Robin Rosinski and her crew and Scott DePace, they're all putting together this big extravaganza on E. And some of the weirdness. Now, I was just getting updates because, you realize a lot of this stuff we didn't have an ending.
Right.
Like we took that retarded father and son, and they said they're slow. I think they're retarded.
They're retarded.
Yeah.
They're very pretty good at the blackjack, though.
With our help. Actually, we didn't even help them.
No, they could count it and everything.
So anyway, they won a trip to the Bunny Ranch to get it on with the mother-daughter.
They show up. The entire Bunny Ranch is out there like cheerleaders. And they're going, Bunny Ranch, Bunny Ranch.
So these two, the father and son, you saw what they look like.
The father wears a cowboy hat?
No.
That was really funny.
Didn't know that.
I guess he didn't wear it to the broadcast.
That's surprising. His hat off inside.
So I don't know. We have tape of them at the Bunny Ranch. So you know what they look like.
Yes.
They both look like Benji, actually.
And there's shots of them in their underwear where they're just, the kid has breasts and a belly.
Oh, no. So does Dad, doesn't
And they're saying the dad had, brown stains in his underwear, and they were, weird brown stains, all the way up to his, up. There they are. There it is. That's his underwear.
That's the outside of his underwear.
Yeah. There they are. That's the mother-daughter, and there's the...
Boy, they look happy.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
That's pictures of them. We're going to show this on E. That's the daughter has a smoking body.
Killer.
And she's with the son.
Oh, she's closing the door. Goodbye.
You know what you're going to see, Howard? After they're done here, watch the door opens. They're smoking cigars. The son is singing. All of a sudden he knows, how quiet they were?
I got to hear him sing. Wait a second. How do I get the audio on that?
I think Fred can pull it up.
Pull it up, Freddie.
I've got it up. I don't know if they're sending it.
Look at him. They're in robes, the father and son.
This is like...
this is sick.
Wait till you see them. They're sitting there, Howard. They're smoking cigars. It's almost like they're not retarded anymore.
It's like a moment of clarity after orgasm.
Maybe the kid... Yeah, maybe the
kid is
normal.
You mean that raises their IQ?
Yeah, there they are. Wait, let me hear the tape of this. Can you?
I've got it up. I don't know if
You can't what?
You can't get, they're telling me you can't get audio from that. We're going to have to pull it.
Oh, all right.
Take 2 seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Howard, you know you gave these guys a trip?
Sorry, what?
You remember when you gave these guys a trip? That night, I saw them probably about 1 in the morning. I said, hey, how come you guys didn't leave yet? They're like, we're leaving at 11 in the morning. They stayed up all night. They didn't even go to bed.
Wow.
They waited the whole night just to go. They were so psyched.
Yeah, I bet. So the son, this is the first time he ever got laid.
I would love to know what that was like for him.
And he really does look normal now.
Yeah, they look like they're smart.
Well, smart's a strong word, Rob.
Sex will help you.
I tell you, they look like the King brothers.
All right, here you go.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks I was thinking, that last Tim Allen movie came and went without a whimper.
Yeah. Well, that's because he's doing too many movies. Hey, by the way, that reporter that was lost in Pakistan, he looks exactly like Tim Allen.
He does.
Sometimes I think they're doing a story about Tim Allen being lost in Pakistan. It's unreal. I think that friggin' guy got axed.
I think he's done. Huh?
Yeah, those bastards.
Well, that's what I felt bad about. We were in Vegas. That didn't exist. None of the terrorist stuff exists.
You didn't look like you felt too bad.
When I got home, I felt bad.
At the Hard Rock Hotel, they leave the USA Today in front of your door every day.
Right.
I remember after being there for 3 days.
I wrapped up all my free stuff that I got.
I picked up the USA Today and a big headline. After being there for 3 days, not even looking at the news, it said, big picture of Osama bin Laden, and said, did he get away?
Right.
And I remember going, oh, my God.
Well, they're testing out some dude's DNA right now. They found a 6'4" guy in front of a cave.
Right.
They're thinking they're thinking it might be Osama bin Laden, but they're testing his DNA. But guys in the State Department are saying they don't think it's Osama bin Laden.
Where would they find Osama bin Laden's DNA? Have they got that on record?
I don't know.
He's smart just to have all pictures of him with a beard, man. You shave that beard.
Who would know who he is?
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But they are going through that other cave they just bombed to see if they got anybody good.
Tom, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, Howard?
Hey, man.
Yeah, what do you think about some of these weird, Olympic sports, like, curling and stuff?
I think it sucks.
Well, check this out. Like, if you're from you know how they sweep the floor in front of the thing? It's sliding across the floor or whatever. Now, if you're from the Mexican team, you could, get there early, and sweep the floor, Yeah. So it's like, these other guys are sweeping the floor now,
All right, I got to go.
Hey, he's got a whole routine he's working on. You should take that to Catch.
Yeah, go down to Catch a Rising Star. You got a good 5 minutes there for that one joke.
Not the place for it.
Catch a falling star.
The guy had some routine going. I'm not even sure what he was talking about.
It was a good premise. There's something wrong in the translation.
Yeah, but he'll work it out in front of an audience.
There you go.
It's the best place for it.
Try it out before you bring it here.
All right, here's the article Robin was talking about before. It's pretty funny. It's actually kind of sad. Good Morning America star blows fortune. Former Good Morning America weatherman Spencer Christian, that was the black dude, has gambled away a fortune and has been forced to file for bankruptcy to keep what cash he has left.
Oof.
The TV forecaster, the weather guy from Good Morning America, remember the black guy? Spencer Christian. The TV forecaster, I guess it's funny because you saw him on TV, you thought he was so normal.
Right, yeah. Well, all of those morning show guys look respectable and normal.
Yeah. The TV forecaster who also makes money as a motivational speaker. That's funny.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
And host of a PBS show owes more than $2 million, which includes claims from 14 casinos totaling $300,000.
14 casinos.
What? He'd come in and spread $100 bills around like confetti, says a source at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Another source says, the trouble with Spencer is he never knew when to stop. He'd win big on the slots, sometimes 30 or 40 grand, but he'd continue like a man possessed.
So he wasn't even playing blackjack or anything. He's at the slot machine?
Like a woman. Within a couple of hours, that windfall would be gone, and Spencer would be begging for credit.
Ugh.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Sounds like Artie.
I got to call him with my system.
Yeah, he's got to do some sports bets. Christian's downward slide began in 1999 when he was dumped by Good Morning America and went to work as a $250,000 a year weatherman at the ABC affiliate station in San Francisco. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Yeah, why not?
Doing the weather and getting $250 grand?
He was making more at Good Morning America, but he had years to save that money.
When Spencer Christian, 54, moved from New York to San Francisco, he left his wife, Diane, and their 2 college-age children behind.
Probably a lot of his money, too.
Yeah. His bankruptcy papers show he pays $9,000 a month in alimony and support.
Ooh.
$9 grand a month.
$9,000.
He now lives in a $2,000 a month 2-bedroom apartment in Landspur Landing with a stunning view of the San Francisco Bay. Christian started a show for the Food Network called Spencer Christian's Wine Cellar, which was canceled. That's good. He has drinking show.
Drinking and gambling.
Yeah. I'd like to see him do a gambling show now. Spencer Christian's Vegas.
Yeah.
He still has a PBS series, Tracks Ahead, about American railroads. You know how well they pay.
Oh, yeah.
He also signed with the Premier Speakers Bureau in Nashville, giving speeches on topics like overcoming adversity, charging a whopping $25,000 a speech plus expenses.
Well, now he'll know.
But court papers filed in Santa Rosa, California, reveal Christian owes more than $2.2 million while listing his assets at $235,000.
Who does he owe $2.2 million to?
Uncle Sam is his biggest creditor.
Is that right?
He owes $364,000 in back taxes. Banks and credit card companies are due a whopping $300,000. He quit gambling in Vegas, but he admits to owing the Paris Hotel and Casino $46,000. The Paris Hotel and Casino. That's like...
He was going everywhere.
He owes Caesars $28,000, the Hilton $51,000, and Caesars in Lake Tahoe $77,000. Sounds like he hit Tahoe after he kind of wasn't accepted anywhere in Vegas.
Right.
Other casinos in Atlantic City and Connecticut are also owed money.
Wow. He spread it around.
How do you get out of Vegas owing money?
When Starr caught up with Christian close to his luxury apartment in the shadow of San Quentin prison.
Yeah, start moving closer.
He hid his face behind a sheet of paper and snapped, "I have absolutely nothing to say about anything." What about the weather?
Yeah, really. What about some motivational speaking, Spencer?
But a whole bunch of people in San Francisco, they ratted him out. They said, insiders report that in spite of his money woes, Christian's fancy apartment overlooks the water. He drives a luxury Lincoln LS and eats at some of the city's most exclusive restaurants. He fancies himself a wine connoisseur.
Oh, boy.
That'll get him into trouble. Yeah. He's been known to buy bottles costing as much as $300 or $400, which is such a rip.
No wonder he's broke.
Christian has collected rare wines since the 70s, and at one point had a collection of more than 1,600 bottles worth tens of thousands of dollars.
Where
I like
guys
who drink too much. They make a hobby out of it.
Yeah, why can't you drink something cheap?
Yeah, by the way, you can get a $10 bottle of wine that's just as good as a $400 bottle.
Yeah, it'll get you loaded, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're an expert, you shouldn't have to buy the most expensive.
Yeah.
Well, I never figured out the wine thing either. People are like, I don't know. It tastes like wine, man.
I've had good bottles of wine for like $14.
Right. Jeez.
One person said, "I'm appalled at the double life he's been leading. He gives talks to church groups about hope and inspiration, but it seems like he doesn't practice what he preaches." Well, he hopes he's going to get his money back.
Yeah, there you go. He was living on hope.
He's declaring bankruptcy, and he's had a problem with gambling. That's hardly inspirational. This is from The Star.
Poor Spencer.
Did you see on Friends, they're thinking of taking Jennifer Aniston's character and making her die in childbirth?
I thought this was a comedy.
That would be funny.
Yeah, they're thinking of getting rid of her character and killing her. But now they're saying that Friends might come back next year if they pay him $1.25 million an episode.
A piece? Yeah.
Wow. And they're saying that the networks might do it because they could still make tons of money with it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And good for them. That's nice.
Nice piece of change.
Where's Kathy Lee been, man? She's dangerously quiet.
Sitting at home with Frank.
You think it's over for her?
She's planning her next move.
Yeah, what's she going to do?
I don't know.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
I was on some guy's website. Forget the guy's name. Oh, Joey Boots.
Mm.
He evidently, when we were in Vegas, I guess when we were in Vegas, you could just call our rooms.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, like, you just call up and go, "Hey, Fred Norris's room, please."
Uh-huh.
You know, and, like, you'd get through. And I was listening to all the phone calls he made to Fred. Fred's like a real nice guy. He just, like, talked to him.
Fred talked to him?
Were you lonely?
I was actually getting a kick out of it.
Really? Because I would get annoyed. Fred was like...
It was funny.
But actually, Fred kind of exposed Joey Boots for not being that funny, because Fred kept saying, "Okay, go ahead, say what you want to say."
Exactly.
It would have been funny if Fred got annoyed, but he was like, "Well, I don't care if you call my room."
But can we hear this?
Yeah, I think Sal was doing it. Sal figured out that you could call Gary's room all day in Vegas, too.
Boy.
Right, Sal?
Hey, Howard.
Hey, man.
Vegas stuff was brilliant.
Thanks.
You should hook up an IV with vodka and keep it on Artie all day long.
Yeah, Artie was out of control.
Out of control, and I love the guy. He's the best. How stupid do you have to be? Once I found out Baba Booey actually registered under his name at the hotel, it was a free-for-all.
You know what?
I had a fake name.
But you know who it was a free-for-all for? Sal, the only person that called me.
No, Joey Boots, too.
Howard, we would call Gary consistently, but the funny thing about Gary is he would pick up the phone, and we would say, "Hotel management, sir, we're out of bananas." And Gary would hang up, and we would immediately call back, and Gary would immediately pick up the phone again.
You know what happened? I had
clueless.
I had somebody really important that was calling at the time. It was actually somebody from the Hard Rock, and I was going to block it, but I needed to get
Why'd you use it? Well, like John had a fake name.
No, because you know what? Until these idiots, nobody was bothering me. This was like on Thursday morning. But, you know, Sal got me really bad. He sounded exactly like KC. So I pick up the phone and he goes, Garrett, it's KC. I go, what's up, man? He goes, come on out of Artie's room. We got some Coke there. I'll pick some bananas.
I know, and I heard you. You were like, hey, I'll be right down.
It's a joke.
No, but I know, but he goes, hey, we got some Coke. And you go, okay, I'll be right there.
No, he says, I got Coke and bananas. I'm like, okay, I'll be right there.
All right.
I said, bring your nose and bring your big choppers.
Let me hear some of it.
You can check it out at singandsmoke.com.
Oh, you don't have it there for us?
No, but Sing and Smoke, if Casey can pull them, you can pop them on CD real quick.
Try to get there before noon when I have it shut down.
But Howard, not since Bud Bongo Fiesta have you put on such great shows.
All right, great. Thanks, Sal. Glad you enjoyed
You
them.
jumped the shark one time, though, right?
What was that?
I know what he's going to say.
When you made your girlfriend a judge.
You think?
I think you owe the blue-collared fans an apology for that one.
I don't think so, but I heard somebody else say that.
See, I thought that you guys would like that because you never hear my girlfriend on the air, and I thought, well, I even said to Beth, would you go on the air? And she goes, I don't want to go on the air. I said, I think my audience would really like it if you went on the air. And
I thought it was
But as a judge, I don't think they care about that.
Why not, though?
But, I mean, because you don't learn anything about her when she's judging something.
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of a neat thing.
Actually, I've already learned a lot about her. She's called in. I think I would have liked to have seen her, and now people will see her.
That's what I thought, and then they want to see her on E! And
Actually, Robin, you did learn a lot about her in the judging because she voted for the nicest person.
Hey, Howard.
I don't think that was a jump the shark moment, but you know better than I do.
I think the only thing she should judge is how you cradle your gravy bags over her nose.
You see? Where's your sense of romance, Sal?
Howard.
Yeah.
If you could, in all seriousness, if you could change one thing, just one thing about that, what would it be? If you could change one thing.
If I could change one thing. I hate questions like that because there's nothing I would change. What would I change?
I know where he's going with this, too.
What?
As soon as you give the answer, he's going to go, that's the thing you're going to hate about her.
No,
I see.
I'm just curious, because she's so perfect.
She's not perfect.
I mean, she won you over. Nobody can win you over.
She did win me. I said it is amazing because I was so...
I honestly think when Beth fillets you, she rubs your wallet instead of your,
You see, right away.
This is why you have to change your name.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get any calls to my room from Sal.
Calls you would have gotten.
I had a fake name. Robin had a fake name. Artie even had a fake name.
John had a fake
Howard,
name.
I knew your name. Howard, I got your name.
All right, fine.
It was Howard Ostrowski.
You figured it out.
Damn. Sal, you working like a real job anymore?
Not today. My wife's 9 months pregnant. We're going to the doctor today. So.
But in general, I mean, are you still a stockbroker?
I'm an investment advisor. I advise you to shut your big mouth.
Sal, things are bad, I hear.
Nah, things are okay. If you notice everything...
I notice you're spending most of the day figuring out jokes about Gary's teeth, me and my girlfriend, but unfortunately that doesn't generate income.
Howard, I'm jealous of your girl.
If you want to know what Sal's all about,
Howard, I think your fans should choose your girl.
If you want to know what Sal's all about, go to smokinggun.com and you can look him up in the archives and you can see what a great career Sal had when he first started. All the places that he worked at that got shut down.
Yeah, you could go to Ringling Brothers and BarnumBaileyCircus.com and see how, the whole life story of Gary Dell'Abate.
You mean everywhere Sal worked, they shut it down?
Sal, come on. Sal worked at 3 places that were so shady. There was one place Sal got out 4 days before it was raided. I swear to God.
Now he's advising people on their investments?
I advise you to get out before they're raided.
The Boiler Room?
I mean, it's Sal. You should become an inspirational speaker. I hear Christian Spencer has a couple of openings this month.
But anyway, since I'm broke due to the market and, past shady operations, please buy my CD at horsetoothjackass.com.
You know what's funny about Sal? While Sal was calling our room because he knew our names, the SEC knows Sal by his first name and is calling him.
Artie Lang was smart enough to put his name under a different name as well.
He did. Could I give your name?
Great name.
Yeah.
His name was Greg Nettles.
And give John's name, too.
Great third baseman.
What was Stuttering John's name?
John was under Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn.
Good, I saw that.
No, I was originally under my name. I was in my room for 3 minutes. 4 guys called offering me weed. I was like, I don't need this, man.
Anyway, Howard, great work.
All right, Sal, thank you, and we look forward to your calls.
Tell Beth I said hello. We'll get together real soon.
Well, hey, listen, I hope you do, Sal.
And you know what? And the challenge is on. If you want me to come down to the studio, I'd love to interview Beth with you.
You can interview her.
All right, when are we doing it?
Well, I don't know. I really don't know when we'll have that opportunity.
He really does not have to be at work at any future time, does he?
In other words, you're available whenever she's ready, right?
I'm like a celebrity. You know, whenever you want it, you got it.
All right, thanks, Sal.
Take care.
All right, there he is, Sal, the stockbroker. Well, I don't know if we can call him that anymore.
Sal, the former stockbroker.
It's a great thing that they sell, and I'm thinking of getting it. It's called a Telezapper. Have you heard of this?
What's that?
All right. When these telemarketers call your house, and for some reason they call mine all the time, you hook this to your phone, and when they call, it sends back a beep. Most of the telemarketers are electronic, too.
Yeah.
It sends back a beep, which automatically cancels their phones and...
Removes you?
It removes you from their calling list.
It makes the machine think that it got a number that doesn't work. So it takes you out of the list.
Yeah, that's good. Where do you get that?
You get it. Is this from Sharper Image?
No. This is I saw it in a magazine just talking about cool new gadgets. It should say at the bottom.
Yeah, it's $49.99 called Telezapper.
That's good.
I don't know where you get it. Probably look it up on the internet. You know, under Telezapper. I thought that was a pretty cool product.
That's nice.
That's real nice.
We could all use that. Why do we have to go and spend money, though, to not get these calls?
Here's a show update. This is kind of funny. Remember a couple of weeks ago we had on a woman, Big Yenta, who came with her daughter, and she's a matchmaker?
Oh, yes, your matchmaker friend.
All right. A woman who claims to be able to find the perfect match for anyone, including Radio Shock Jock Howard Stern, is in trouble with the law.
What?
After an incident with her own mate. Marie Massa, that's Marie, you know.
Right, I remember Massa as the name.
Who since 1999 has made a career of finding other people the perfect mate, was arrested Saturday on charges of aggravated battery. Now listen to this.
Oh, she beat her spouse?
Orange City police say she stabbed her husband in the hand with a broken beer bottle at a Saxon Avenue Chili's restaurant, according to a police department report. Listen what she did. She walks into the restaurant with two friends about 7:30 p.m. She comes into the bar area, says to her husband, "I hope you're having a good time." And she grabbed a broken bottle and cut his hand, leaving a 1-inch gash.
I think the deal was he was sitting at the bar with two female friends.
Doesn't say that here, though. Oh, with two friends. It just says two friends. How do you know they're female?
Because I think it says it later on in the article.
Okay. The report said after Massa later left the bar, went home.
You mean she doesn't get arrested as soon as she cuts?
No. She was visiting friends. And, report said Massa later went to an Orange City home where Osgon was visiting friends and started pounding on the front door and yelling at her husband, I guess. All right, so then she goes follows him at home.
Follows him to a home, okay.
Then she was arrested a short time after the second incident.
Where do you get a broken bottle in a bar unless you break it yourself?
Yeah, you have to break it.
You can order one.
Broken bottle, please.
Yeah.
And they talk about how she's gotten notoriety for setting me up on a date.
I thought she had been in this business a long time. You say she only started in 1999?
Yeah, maybe she was a psychic before that. Anyway, we got to get her on the air.
Please, I would love to talk to her today. Is she in jail?
I don't know. Got me.
What's she doing running around cutting her husband?
Wow. Chauncey, you're on the air. Chauncey Hayden.
Hey, Howard, how's it going?
Right.
Great shows last week.
Thanks.
So you were asking before what happened to Kathy Lee.
Yeah.
She's doing a play in Nyack, New York called Dumbs.
Dump?
Dumbs.
Dumbs?
Yeah.
D-U-M-B-S?
T-H-U-M-B-S.
Thumbs.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Nyack.
Is anybody showing up?
The Helen Hayes Theater. It hasn't started yet. It starts next week or the week after. She's in rehearsal.
Wow. Why would she leave Regis to go do Thumbs?
Yeah, wouldn't you just sit home at this point?
But wasn't there talk that she might be going back to Regis?
I thought she was exhausted from doing Regis. Isn't a play kind of exhausting?
Well,
she did say she wanted to do Broadway, but Nyack?
Well, this is what I heard.
Broadway.
Maybe she doesn't know where Broadway is. How is she going to work those kids of hers into Thumbs?
Do they give her a chance to talk about Cody and Cassidy during the show?
Hey, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that Regis wasn't thrilled with Kelly Ripa, and he's thinking about bringing Kathy Lee back.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, this Kelly Ripa is everywhere.
She's milking it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I heard they don't get along.
I don't watch her show to know if she's annoying or not. I don't know anything about her.
I don't know. I haven't seen the show, but, she does that show in the morning. Then 2 hours later, she shows up on a soap opera. And now I heard she's doing something at night.
I tell you, that's smart. Because why not cash in now?
She's not quitting anything. She's taking on more jobs. And this should be a lesson to Rosie O'Donnell. Maybe she's trying to make up for the fact that she didn't actually have her kids by quitting her show because she needs to be with them. Kelly Ripa has had many children and is thinking of having more, and she can't get enough jobs.
It is a good message. Yeah, be like Kelly Ripa, completely ignore your children.
She wants to be out of the house in the worst way.
I sort of admire Rosie O'Donnell for actually going home and being with her kids. God knows, I used to say to myself, she's busy adopting all these kids. She better stay home and take care of them. Or she'll pull a Poundstone on them.
Well, she's listening to you. But Kelly seems to take on more and more jobs.
Do you think Kelly Ripa's hotter than Kathy Lee when Kathy Lee was younger?
No.
Kathy Lee in her prime was hot.
Yeah. Kelly Ripa's kind of funny looking.
She looks like an egg.
I think Kelly Ripa I think she's hot.
Kelly Ripa's hot.
Yeah, but she's not as cute as Kathy Lee.
She's no Kathy Lee. Kathy Lee, you want to just, bang her hard.
Yeah.
Because she's so annoying.
Bang the annoying out of her.
Then she starts telling those stupid stories of hers about who she had dinner with.
Yeah. I like that better.
Hey, Howard, speaking of Rosie, did you see the pictures in the Inquirer of that lesbian from Ally McBeal and her new girlfriend?
Portia de Rossi?
Oh, my God, yeah.
What about her?
She's stunning, and her girlfriend is stunning. They're saying she's the first lesbian to come out of Hollywood who actually is a lipstick lesbian. Usually it's like Rosie or Ellen. This one's hot, and she's out of the closet.
Boy, I was over at that strip club, Club Paradise. There was this chick there who told me she's only into girls. She was smoking hot.
Yeah, really? And she told you she was only into girls? And she was grinding you?
Nah, she didn't grind me. She was clearly only into girls. She was making no
contact?
Yeah, no contact.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
How'd you do with old Sadie?
How'd you do with Sadie there, Artie?
She, this might have been just what she told me, but she seems to be only into girls.
Hey, Artie, what happened to that girl I hooked you up with from Playboy.com?
When?
You know the girl.
Like Artie trying to pretend he didn't know what you're talking about.
That's a long time ago.
When you get hooked up with a girl named from Playboy.com, what do you go, when?
Actually, that's a long time ago. Yeah,
Artie got a little activity in Vegas. Why don't you talk about that?
Not that. I mean,
You talk about everything else.
Everybody kept saying Artie is juggling women, and that's why he won't talk.
I wasn't juggling any women. I really wasn't.
Dude, what happened? You don't want to talk about this?
I mean, not really.
You always talk about those German broads you had sex with.
You want to get back to the drinking?
See, I think he's got somebody here he's really interested in, and he doesn't want to blow
It's that girl that he took to the bar and sang Thunder Road to. Remember?
the bartender.
Yeah, he likes her.
No, what's up?
No, it's funny because I think I had the same girl that you had. She was dancing for me in Club Paradise, throwing over me like a cheap coat, and she gets into my ear and she goes, "Can you get me Janine Lindemuller's phone number?"
Oh,
Was that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
She really knows how to turn off the guy she's dancing for.
You don't tell us that.
Well, how about me mentioning the chicks.com on the air, and she said, "Oh, can I take a bath with Jenna Jameson afterwards?"
Yeah, chicks don't dig us.
You know what the toughest moment of the week was when it comes to chicks not digging us? When we had 3 guys lined up to date Stacy Keibler, and she from the WWF, and she goes, "Oh, can I date KC?" And
Can KC be one of them?
Yeah. Who wants to hear that? Tell KC to stay home.
Women sure know how to pick them.
Don't you think Stacy was cute?
Stacy Keibler's way cute.
Yeah, she is.
I thought she might be into me, but then I saw her at Nobu that night after the show, and I walked over to her table, and I was talking to her, and she blew me off completely.
You're kidding?
Did you meet her wrestler friend?
Yeah.
The guy was huge.
The big monster.
Oh, that's the guy she's into?
I guess. There was something going on. I walked away.
But she wasn't friendly at all?
Nah.
Wow.
I mean, she was like, "Hey, Howard, how you doing?" And I was like, "Hey, what's happening?"
But no.
Yeah. She was with some big, giant wrestling monster.
He was huge.
Like the guy looked like he could just break you.
Right.
I love those guys that wear the shirts that are 8 sizes too. The buttons were screaming.
Yeah, it's all tight.
Why does everything have to be tight with us?
Because nothing fits those guys anyway.
Because they got good physiques, too, and they want you to know it.
Every moment. They can't go for a moment without you knowing they work out.
Yeah.
Didn't they say those wrestlers used to be gay? Didn't you have to do gay stuff to get into the ring?
You wish.
Yeah, I remember that. They used to say that a lot. There was a whole scandal where they were all claiming that Vince McMahon forced them to have gay sex.
Yeah. There was an urban legend. This urban legend, you always read that Vince McMahon...
Ring boys. You never heard about ring boys?
And some guy were caught on the New Jersey Turnpike, but no one ever had any proof of it.
Yeah, no one had any proof, and Vince never did anything. But that was a big rumor for a while.
Right.
I went over to the University of Las Vegas track, and I meet the guy there who's the strength coach, and I'm walking out, and he goes, man, you really should work out. Meanwhile, I'm in the gym 5 days a week.
No.
You should work out.
What?
Yeah.
Stuttering John told me this story. He said, I couldn't say on the air. And I forget who he was talking. He was talking to one of your trainers at some party. I guess it was your birthday party.
Yeah.
And he said, well, you know, Howard's older and he's not really trying. That's why you can't get into shape.
Who said that?
He said that you're not exactly lifting a lot of weight.
Who said that?
I forget the guy's name. But he was saying, but he also, in your defense, was saying that your arm is very long and it's harder to build a long muscle up. But then I said, well, is he pumping?
So in other words, I'm wasting my time.
He said, you're not, pumping, like crazy.
That's why you can't pump like crazy. Not if you have a job.
You're 48 years old now. After a while, how big can you get?
Big? I'm not big at all. I just want to stay thin.
And you're doing that.
Right.
You're in shape and your muscles look good. What's the problem?
You're emaciated, though. You've really gotten thin.
You think I'm too thin?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not. I could lose another 5.
I don't think you need to lose anything.
No.
I think you're fine.
Right.
I think you're right where you need to be.
But how about his arms, Robin?
What is about his arms?
John, well, you have a big, fat, disgusting
I got huge
body.
arms, though.
So what? They're fat. There's no even definition.
I thought you have a problem, with your arms.
No, I mean my arms are my arms. I have thin, long arms. I'm a thin, long guy.
So you don't want any bulk?
If I could have it, I would take it, but I don't have it. I'm a long, thin guy. Where am I going to get bulk? You start trying to bulk up, your stomach gets big and fat.
I don't even know why he's talking to your trainer about you.
No, we're talking about working out.
Why don't you talk to a trainer about you?
I got a good body.
Yeah, it's just covered right now.
It's horrible. Covered in fat. All right, Chance.
All right, guys. Take care.
Later.
All right, man.
What, Artie?
No, I
was going to say, I passed by on the street these 5 black kids, and they looked at me and go, you're from Howard Stern, right? I go, yeah. He goes, tell homeboy to gain some weight.
Really?
That was out of nowhere, really. They
I'm glad I'm thin.
But the point is, nobody sees your body. They just see your face, and I think it's because your face is long and thin that people think you're emaciated.
Right.
No, but it feels great to be thinner,
Let me tell you something. I'm not that thin. I was sitting down putting on my shoes this morning. I had my shirt off.
Yeah.
I got a big roll of belly fat.
You know what, dude? You know what? You're thin, man.
Wait a minute.
You're not too thin, but you're thin.
Yeah.
You don't have a
Maybe
gut.
the skin is a little loose.
The skin's loose.
Nothing there to take off.
Just tighten it up a little bit.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Get an
As
operation.
it is, I don't eat.
The skin is not... Exercise doesn't tighten skin.
What stomach exercises do you do in the gym? Like, strictly for your, abs or whatever you want to call it?
Why? Are you going to do them?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I might, yeah.
You got to do everything.
Because I jog now to stay thinner. But
you can't spot reduce. In other words, you can't just work your stomach.
Right.
Yeah, I've learned. You got to first of all, 90% of getting in shape is dieting.
And especially abs. If you want abs, it's almost all diet.
I don't want abs. I just, want to...
What do you want?
I want to lose the gut,
Well, you got to just diet. And then you got to, run. And then you got to also lift weights and stuff and do the whole routine. You just can't do your stomach. You got to squat.
He wants your stomach routine.
You can do everything.
Oh, then forget it.
Like 5-second abs is what he was like.
He wants one of those belts that you put on and it pulsates.
Right.
Doesn't that work?
God, if it only did.
Absolutely.
All right, listen, I got to take a break. We got so much to get to, but we'll do it when we get back.
But let me... I just want to say, you look good in your bathing suit.
You saw me, right?
Yeah, you
Didn't look bad.
great.
Yeah,
Not
thanks.
Not bad at all. You look great.
You look good, man. You should be proud of yourself. It's a lot of hard work.
I don't know why you're complaining.
Really?
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, John comes in and says, my trainer says I don't work out hard.
John is obsessed with you, and that's all he does all day is talk about you.
What's his problem?
He's crazy.
And let me tell you something. I didn't see John with his shirt off by the pool.
No, he's worried about you.
Yeah. Worried about my body.
So why is Howard not in bigger? Why are his arms still thin? He asked the trainer.
You are nuts. You are so freaking nuts. Howard, here's the deal. You always complained about your arms not being big. So me and your trainer was hanging. We were having a few beers. We were talking
what do you care about it?
We were talking about working out, and then the topic came up. I mean, it wasn't like,
and what he said.
Tell me about what Howard does. I mean,
wait a minute. Who brought it up? The trainer says to you Howard's arms?
No, we were talking about.
So you bring me up every minute of your life.
First of all, it was at your party.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Britney Spears is now saying that her flick, she's about to release her first movie.
Is she indefinite about it?
Her flick is not going to tank like Mariah's did. Of course, Mariah Carey did Glitter this year and released it to lackluster reviews and little box office.
Isn't it amazing that Mariah Carey put out a movie and only made $2 million? I mean, you would think that her movie would do better than mine. I mean, she's known all across the world. I opened up #1 at the box office. I don't understand how the hell she could tank that bad. Even though the reviews were bad, you would think her fans, but maybe it's just all over for her. I don't know.
I mean, she's an enormous star.
Well, this is what the Lambs have her.
Right.
Yeah, maybe just 2 sheep left.
What about Lambs?
I like that Mandy Moore. Hey, how did Rebecca Romaine Stamos' movie do?
Rollerball?
Yeah, how'd that do?
It did $9 million. It was number
3rd place.
4.
Yeah, I got the list here. Rollerball was number 3 at $9 million. Britney Spears isn't worried that her movie will be tagged to Turkey like Mariah Carey's disastrous debut.
Well, how much worse could it be?
I don't think it's easy. It wasn't easy for me, Spears told the Toronto Sun. I'm very, very happy with the movie, so we'll see what happens. It'll be curious to see, she says. But she doesn't think Crossroads will do as badly at the box office as Mariah.
Well, I don't think any movie could do that bad.
It is interesting because NSYNC's movie bombed, and I guess they don't translate into movies.
Yeah,
stars.
people want to hear them sing. They don't necessarily think they can act.
J-Lo's got a movie career.
But she started the movie career sort of simultaneously. And people got to know her more as an actress.
You think it means, you think you have to start it first?
Yeah. I guess so.
I think with J-Lo, no one wants to hear her sing.
Well, the problem is if you become so identified as Madonna, you don't ever think of her as a character. She's Madonna.
There's a point.
She's brilliant.
And J-Lo, who knows what that is? She could ruin her movie career with that singing of hers.